The all-consuming fire of fury burns brightly. Taking shelter within its warmth changes little. Once all has burned and only cinders remain, what comes next? Let us begin. Fuck.
Harry beat the game.
Oh my god.
Consider this revenge, baby.
I'm sorry to say,
Smoothest.
I wish
ever.
I knew what the hell Ari was doing, and that could be the excuse, but it's still the queen of French fries. It's just not. So, hi everybody, welcome to the Oddities D&D. So our technical issues were that we were missing a party member, and we were growing very, very concerned because this particular party member is usually the first one in our Discord, and we usually show, like me and Xander are probably the last ones to show up, and I was the first, so already it was weird, and I didn't see anybody else, and then we're sitting here, 6 o'clock, 6:01, 6:02. Has anyone heard from our beloved Fred? Is she okay? Well, birthday celebrations, by the way, happy birthday, Fred. Birthday celebrations earlier today, you know, she's a little like, woohoo, you know, and so maybe she's recovering, and, you know, we all had bathroom breaks. Maybe she's on the potty. We don't know. But no, our beloved friend is so hardcore. She was prepped and ready to go, sitting at her desk in front of her station as she is right now. And what distracted her were French fries that she was eating.
So, context, when I play D&D, I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I'm not disturbed by anyone. So everyone was messaging me, and it was not coming through, because I'm on Do Not Disturb already. And then he calls me, and...
Are you good, Fred?
And it's very unusual for Ahi to call me, so my first reaction is not, oh my god, the D&D. My internal monologue was, oh my god, is Ahi okay? Did something happen? And the thing that happened is me. I'm late.
Also, bitch, you ignored my call?
It's because my phone was on Do Not Disturb, and you called me through Messenger, and so it blocked that notification.
Sure, excuses. We all know Ari's the, favorite. It's fine.
And you're also my favorite.
Oh.
Oh. Anyway, they're very
We had
good
a
French
boozy brunch.
And we're
Very
also
boozy.
bruised.
Yep.
Hi.
So that's where we come in.
Woo!
And as per usual, we're gonna go around and introduce the players today. We're gonna finish with Fred so she can finish her fries. And we're gonna start with Xander, Nagheim, you, hey, do it.
You know, they call me Satan's bottom because I'm ready for anything, but also willing to damn your soul. I'm Zanzan, and I play Nagheim, your drow wizard.
Up from there, we've got Virya.
Hi, I like D&D. Drinking and driving. And I play Virya.
We do not endorse drinking and driving.
I was gonna say, which we did a lot of today.
Not the driving part, just
Not the driving.
Not the driving
None
part.
of the
Not the
driving. We all took
driving
public
part.
transit.
Nora's like, Ari,
Down
no,
from-
Ari, yes.
Yeah. Down from there, our public service announcement guru, Cult.
Hi, I'm Chuck. I play half-orc rogue cult. And my intros suck and will continue to continue sucking.
Everybody
All about the
stare at
sex.
her. Just stare at her uncomfortably.
Nope. How about we look at my artwork up on
Yay!
the wall?
All right, now that
Move
she's
along.
halfway done the fries, we'll go to Rose.
Hi, speaking of sucking, I love sucking in French fries. My name is Fred.
Thank God we're an 18 plus
Oh,
stream.
my brain.
And I've said some nasty things. Cheers to that, Fred.
All right. With that, who is reading last week's recap?
Also, hi everyone in chat. We love you.
Hi, thanks for holding out.
I have my glasses, so I can actually read for once.
Do it,
Go for it.
Xander.
Let me
Do
just find where it is in here. Log. Ha! I can see things.
You clicked a button.
I clicked the proper button because I can see. After overcoming the puzzles of what was his name?
Askrat.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Askrak. I'm like, that's wrong.
Asarak.
Asarak. That's it.
Asarak.
In Asarak's crypt, the oddities follow the secret staircase down into another cathedral-like chamber holding an ancient dragon's skull. There, they reunite with Thorndyke, who managed to escape from his cage on his own. The oddities then inspect the skull, its small opening once Viria touches it. Facing the cold air from within, Viria and Thorndyke step inside in search of the shard, but find its resting place empty. Thorndyke then reveals a necklace of fireball and tells Viria he's planted 3 of its beads on each of her friends, holding them hostage in exchange of her own 2 shards. He also reveals himself as Agnar, and the 2 step out of the dragon's skull to face the true Thorndyke. There, Viria accepts to relinquish her arm and... What is the dragon's name again? Saphira?
Yep.
Saphira's shard for the safety of her friends, with Thorndyke showing the party he had been in possession of the 3rd one. He is unable to absorb the other 2, however, and Viria recovers the power she'd lost and learns of the truth. Her patron had been labeled a betrayer and imprisoned into the shards by other chromatic dragons, and Thorndyke had truly been the person behind the assumed death of her friends on top of magically turned Agnar against her. Wow, I need better glasses. A fierce battle then ensues between the oddities and Thorndyke's crew, with Viria finally dealing the killing blow to Thorndyke. Agnar manages to escape, for now, with the party hot on his trail. I really need better glasses. That was blurry as shit. Holy fuck. I'm
Yeah,
old.
but you look so sexy.
Thank you.
So
All
now
right.
then, you're all still within the bowels of this tomb, standing over a few of the dead bodies of Thorndyke's crew as well as Thorndyke. You've gone through and taken what possessions he may have had on him. Where do you guys go from there? From here?
No, wait, did we write down?
Yep. I
Xander
have
did,
it.
yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Currently, Nagheim has just taken the bag of holding. It's just what happened. And I shoved everything inside of it.
Also,
New bag of holding.
for transparency's sake, I'm adding 17 HP back to myself since I killed Thorndyke and he was cursed by my Hexblade's curse.
Cool.
Do I get his soul stone?
You can give it a shot.
Ooh, can I have his soul stone? That's pretty much it.
Describe. That's all you do?
As a reaction
Or is
when
there
a
a thing?
creature As a reaction when a creature you can see dies within 30 feet of you, you can open your free hand and cause a tiny trinket to appear there, a soul trinket.
Ooh. If you do the math, you are out of range, actually.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think that would come into play.
I know, range, right? Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
well,
well, that's cool.
then I don't get his soul to torture later. I really am a very bad ghost rogue.
Same.
a lot of the feats and all the bells and whistles on everybody's class, they're so situational sometimes that, yeah. So don't sweat it. When it comes up and you
Right.
actually
It's
get to
bullshit.
do it properly, then it's like, whoa, it was worth it. But
Well,
Yeah,
our
I mean-
little, our little fam doesn't seem to care about like the mechanics, so thank you so much.
yeah.
I've never used my like specter hexblade thing. So
Yeah, some are good. Some they
So-
just don't,
Yeah.
gel with you. So it's yeah. But here we are.
What
We
level
should
is
probably, and he points to the door where Agnar had, like, taken off to and looks at Viria.
yeah, she's just moving towards it.
it? Nagheim, as people are moving towards, will take a quick prayer, and I'll activate my what's that cleric thing? Divine power,
Channel divinity, is that?
channel divinity, and I'll gain a second level spell slot back.
Okay.
And I'm going to then put mirror image on myself.
Okay. Cool.
So I have that on. So as people walk by, Nagheim would be doing the prayer and then go, oh fuck, run after everyone.
Is everyone all right? Do you need healing? Nagaheim, you
half.
went down.
I'm at half. I'm good, and there's also like a very obvious blur of images around Nagheim.
'Cause I still have one of Rose's potion of greater healing.
I mean, if I'm at 38 out of 74, so
Colt's, like, at about 25%.
heal Colt.
Okay,
Which
I
is
will.
literally 25 hit points.
I'll yeah, I will give Colt the potion then.
I would
Greater.
do it myself, but I'm all out of juice.
You want me to feed you the potion?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Unless you want to. No, we have important things to do.
Sure.
Greater, you said, yeah?
Eat it off, Mike.
Yes.
You want to just roll that for me?
Sure.
We should do a body shot.
I'm okay. So sorry, I rolled 2 1s and a 2 on that. So yeah, 12.
Power of a god, everyone. Power of a god.
I mean, if you're still looking hurt, if there's time as we run up, Nagheim would do a smack on the back of the head and do a cure wounds.
Oh,
If there's
you.
time.
There's not really need. I'm at 37. I think I'll be good. But I mean,
It's up to
Right.
Jason.
Huh?
If there'd be time also as we're running up for Nagheim to slap a quick cure wounds on Colt.
Sure.
Cool. Do that second level. Bam. 13 health, baby.
what? I will take it happily.
Then I'll like hold back a step so I'm at least 5 feet from everybody. Or 10 feet from everyone as we run up.
Cool.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Fred, what are you eating French fries right now?
Fred, who's Fred?
Oh wait.
Wow, did your joke bomb because you said the wrong name?
I also couldn't decide if I was gonna do the accent or not.
Fred is actually eating her vitamins, but Rose is not eating anything.
Okay.
What
let's
was
go.
the question?
Is nothing like a joke bombing and then everyone really focusing on it?
Yeah, the internet.
I feel really good about myself right now. Good thing I'm cute.
But Rose is just gonna follow her
Relatable.
friends and be like, "Wait, what? Where are we going? What?"
We have to chase after Agnar.
Wait, who's Agnar again? And then just
The-
tag along.
The one that was casting spells at us.
Well, one of the people who was casting spells at us.
The main one. Casting
Yeah,
spells.
I have a question about that. Wasn't that Thorndike? Like,
No,
what?
Thorndike did the this is while we're running.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Thorndike was the one
just cycle
who used
through
his
here.
sword to jump at us, and Agnar was the one who kept being a bitch and hiding while throwing spells out.
So I don't know how I
But
saw
it
that.
wasn't
but-
successful because we were able to
Yeah.
counter most of them.
I just don't remember Agnar being with us the whole time. So like that's
He-
really confusing.
He wasn't. He was dressed as Thorndike while Thorndike was dressed as someone else. I didn't. All of the anti-magic stuff was a lie.
I don't know how to run anymore.
We're skiing. Let's go. Cross country.
Well, Thorndike did something to modify his memories, and I intend to fix that. So
I could not cancel it out, so they might be changed. Keep that in mind.
well, if there's a way to modify memories, there has to be a way to restore them somehow.
I don't have that magic.
Well, we'll find someone who does then.
Good luck. Because he's gonna try to go down fighting.
Can I see if we can? We're running through water, aren't we?
Yeah.
Knee-high water.
Mhm.
That's gonna slow us down. Is there any? I'll sort of get everyone to stop for a second, and I'll just see if I can't see any waves, and I even sort of Negheim. You can see farther than me. Can you see any sort of ripples ahead of us to see where Agnar might have gone?
Can I?
Make a perception check.
Guidance. Don't fail me now.
Don't fuck me now.
23.
Having a good time.
You do see well, actually, if you're on the map there, point to which exit you guys went out of, please.
Oh, right.
We would have went out, I think, the stairway. Oh my.
Yeah, I believe he went out over. Why can't I ping?
I cannot ping. I can only grab.
I'm having
Yeah, what
some
the hell?
issues too with the
Wait,
map.
let me
I'm gonna
reload.
refresh it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I believe he went out the northern one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went up from. Oh,
The
there,
staircase.
new map. Who dis?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are, back on the labyrinth.
I guess we would go through the north one because, Negheim would know it's the quickest route.
Okay. So coming out of there, you stop for a moment, and you do see that your own ripples are kind of moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
But at the very edge, you do see one kind of coming from the left side as well.
Okay.
Is that about here?
Left would be here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I know what left and right is.
Oh, I know.
Negheim would grab Colt's shoulder and point towards it and softly push Colt forward.
Okay.
But with while Negheim pushes, they will put their finger over their mouth.
Colt in the earring is gonna say it's well, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of splashing.
Don't let him know we're coming.
Okay.
I mean, he probably knows we're coming anyway.
And I'll use my drow magic to levitate.
Okay. Colt's gonna
And-
sneak forward then.
Okay.
To.
Make a stealth check.
Watch me go! Watch me go, Daddy! Watch!
Rose will sing in the earring. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Na 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 na.
All up on
In the earring.
That's a dirty 20.
Cool.
Mhm.
So you sneak up to the side and you kind of peer around, and you do hear faintly a little bit of splishing and splashing. Maybe they're taking a bath, who knows? But it's just around the corner where it kind of veers off.
Okay, Colt's going to draw his weapon and through the earring confirm what he hears around the corner. And Viria, what's a game plan here? This is your old mate.
Well, knock him out. If he's probably going to be hostile. I don't know what Thorndyke did exactly, but he joined their crew after he did something to them. He was on that boat to kill him at first, so.
All right.
I think I know what. But Colt and Albert is gonna fly over to Colt's shoulder. Albert's ready to distract. Help you knock him out.
All right.
So I'm gonna slap Albert with a bless as he
Uh,
flies by.
Rose, you want to come up behind me, just in case I need someone grappled?
Oh yeah. I'm very good at that.
Excellent.
I'll be very quiet.
And Colt's going to move all of us to
Mhm.
just about the corner and peek around.
I'd say you hear the noise kind of coming from there. So if you want to go up to the other corner, you can.
This corner here?
Mm-hmm. And as you and Rose both look around the corner, you see an individual just kind of looking around, scratching their head, just kind of staring at the three walls that are kind of around them.
Do I recognize who it is?
Why, it's your BFF.
Which one?
Well, as you contemplate that, they turn around and they're like,
Hey, bestie. I got kind of lost when I took off from the fight there. I don't know which way to go. Can you guys help me get out of here? I'm all turned around.
Genuinely, that's what they say?
Yeah.
they do now.
I think they may have gone mad.
Oh,
Rose is gonna go in the area and be like, did I become best friend with someone?
If anybody else
Darling.
remembers this, please speak up
Except
now.
except the seducing guy. Is it seducing guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't remember his voice. That's why I was
He
like,
didn't
who's
have a
this?
He didn't
voice.
really have a voice.
He didn't.
It was just
he
like
didn't have
he was
a
meant to
voice.
die, and then he became a thing. Now I gotta make a voice. Now I did.
Oh. Okay. Well, Rose is gonna go like,
What
oh,
the fuck?
darling.
What the fuck is
Darling.
this? Rose? That's
Oh,
one of
remember
Thorndyke's
what-
men.
Rose is gonna go like, remember that guy that I charmed in battle and then
Wait,
he
you
didn't
charmed
kill him?
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both did. But mine was a little meaner.
We'll have that talk
Anyway.
later. And I'm gonna go back and I'm not listening to whatever like these guys are doing.
No worries.
Anyway.
Can Viri ping where she thinks she's going?
I mean,
Oh,
because this
no.
was a dead end, so I'm going, well, yeah, where I think I'm going, I guess, like over here.
Excellent. All right.
The only other way,
Oh,
I
I know.
guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll float off after her.
Okay. Good plan.
I will wait. Never mind. I will not. They're both concentration.
I will not. All right.
Wait, no, it's not. Fuck. Yeah, I'll drop levitate and cast detect thoughts
Okay.
to try to reach out to see if I can connect with thoughts of somebody outside of who we know of.
Before you cast that, do
Yep.
remember that it's a willing creature.
Is it?
Yes.
Uh,
We
It's a,
decided.
oh, okay. It
Yeah.
is only of a willing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want you to burn a spell slot on something like that. Okay. Did you want to keep your levitation up then?
I will keep my levitation up and
Okay.
have Albert drag me as he flies.
But I want
I
to
gotta
watch
move
the drama.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Wizard balloon.
I mean,
We had the vampire balloon. Now we have
yeah,
the
it's
wizard
only a
balloon.
matter of time. Soon we'll have the rogue balloon.
I don't know what that means. So Rose, how long is he gonna be like this?
I don't know. Let me talk to him. Hi.
Hi.
So it sounds like you're lost.
A little bit. I've never been really good with direction, but I'm a good follower.
Okay, well, we're kind of in
By the way,
middle
follow
of
us on
some-
Twitch. Thank you.
We're kind of in the middle of something, so it might be unsafe for you to follow. But the trick with labyrinth is you take your hand, like you choose one hand. If you like your right hand, you take the right hand. If you like the left hand, you take the left hand, and then you just follow the wall. And then I think if it's the right hand, it'll lead you to the exit. Okay? Are you good with that?
I should be.
Okay.
Left.
So
Always
I'm gonna leave you to that because my friend and I need to go take care of an errand. You know how labyrinths are,
Oh, do I ever?
right? Anyway, so I'll meet you in town.
All right, first round's on me. Bye.
Bye. Take care. Be safe, okay?
You too.
And they grab your
Okay.
hand.
Always wear protection.
Of course.
All right.
Of course.
And as they're walking away, Colt's just gonna go, "Oh, he's gonna die."
Yep.
Well, and then as he walks away, Rose is just going like, well,
And you guys do have that awkward moment of, because he's only got one way to walk and he's walking away. He's walking beside you and you're kind of like, I'm parked. Oh, you're going the same way? Oh, fun. Yay.
it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're actually gonna like
I'm
pause
just gonna
and like
make a
you
quick,
go.
like,
You go.
talking stone thing, because I forget the name. The joke is dying.
Yeah, no,
This is how it feels to be cult.
Fair.
Well, like Rose is just gonna be like, listen, it's either we like bring him with us and then like we endanger this guy, or
Endanger
I
him
don't
like
know.
we're gonna have to kill him later. This is airing.
No, probably we're gonna walk into a trap because the person we're chasing is a spellcaster who got ahead of us.
all right, and right now. Thank you, Albert. I while he's feeling happy, I'd rather he leaves this place while he's still.
How long does
know.
your spell charm last?
Oh, that's a very good question.
1 hour.
Usually people are very nice to me after I show them my, my bosom. So I know. Usually it lasts for like 60 minutes, maybe sometimes 90. But I think 60.
I mean, we could help him get out of the tomb. At least he'll be out of it, and then he can.
Well, I told him how to work a labyrinth, like you guys told me.
He was staring at a wall, Rose.
Remember
No,
all
but
those
I,
skeletons we found in the corners? Yeah.
No, but like you didn't hear it through the earring, but I told him to like stick his hand on the wall and just like follow along, and he'll eventually find the exit. I don't think the
just wanna
skeletons
say-
knew that.
I just want to
Isn't
say,
tight.
to me, it's very funny that you can rename spells in D&D Beyond. And I think Nora just came up with the name for your charm person.
I mean,
Thank you. I'm gonna rename
Inspiration
it
to
Wait.
Nora.
I will tell you right now.
Our word, titties.
That will work every time. That's the case.
Wait, what is it? What did you say?
power word
Our word,
titties.
titties. Because you got power word kill, and then you have power word titties.
Can you type it in thingy?
Okay.
So I can. Thank you. Copy paste it.
Oh, good lord. What have I done? All right. So
An amazing thing.
you are or are not taking. Come on now. I was looking
No,
right
we're
at
not
you when you did it.
Rose has already sent him along. Like
Okay.
I mean, Viria's
She gently
voiced her, discomfort
Look.
with letting this guy like
I
rot
will-
down here.
I will,
But
whichever direction he goes, I know Rose said,
mean,
put his
yeah.
right hand on the wall. I'll send Albert in and drag him out. It's fine. I know the entire route of this place.
But
I will
mean-
get him out.
Okay.
I promise. I just do not want him
And
walking
again,
into
I
our
mean,
trap.
we would have killed him if he hadn't been charmed, I suppose.
just
So
I do want to mention something. Sometimes some people, after they've seen my tits, once the effect of my tits has worn off, then sometimes they're a little bit upset. And I don't know exactly how long it'll last.
Because then I
So
will-
we might not want to have him around once he realizes that like he's not gonna get to actually see them. You know?
this is why I'm
Fine.
against charm spells.
Fine.
Once
As
you
we're
realize it
leaving-
was a magic wonder bra.
As we're leaving, I'll send Albert in to lead him out, and then I'll bring Albert back so he's not led exactly to us. It's fine. He'll probably make it in the desert. Or, as we
Okay,
get
I'm
him out,
pursuing
I will,
Agnar now.
I will. Yeah, this is all walking and talking.
Walking.
But or
Let's go.
if we have complete control of the situation, I will message him as he comes out to let him know that he can either be nice or he joins his friends. It's a problem for later. I have the maze memorized. It's fine.
I mean, I guess we can see how he felt about his captain.
Exactly. We'll give him a fair chance.
Mhm,
It's fine.
mhm.
I like
Also, I'm
that.
still looking for ripples in the water that are not ours. as we walk to the front door. And, well, I float.
But I do understand your objections very against like altering people's state of mind. But that's why I only like do the titties, because I do use toxic masculinity. Someone taught me about that.
Good for
Against
them.
people.
Yeah,
If
I
they
can't
fall
relate to
for
that.
it. If
He
they,
looked
if they
pretty
fall for
fucking
it,
brain dead to me, Rose.
I guess,
To be fair,
guess-
I think he was pretty brain dead beforehand.
I'm still gonna have my talk with you as well, Nagaheim.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't like being outnumbered.
well,
And
at least we didn't have to kill him, and he didn't hurt us. So
I mean, we
Yeah.
might still have to kill him. I'm just saying.
Well, that's a later problem. Now,
let's go.
Nagheim.
Vulcan talk conversations.
Walking and talking while I'm looking for
Guide
ripples as
us.
we go to the front door, which is that way.
yeah, we're heading towards the front door, which is.
To
Oh, we're
here.
mostly looking for Agnar first.
Yes, but if we can get to the
Yeah.
front door first,
Hmm.
then we can wait if it's still closed.
There you go.
Unless he's out.
That's
Well,
Can
yeah, if
teleport
it's
out.
still closed, that's true. Yeah.
Oops. That's not where I want to be. Oh no, I've forgotten how to do this. I was so proud of myself for learning, and now it's all. Oh God.
What just
So,
happened?
Cult has effectively annihilated the party.
Deleted us, yeah.
TPK,
Yay,
Yeah.
Colt was the big bad all along.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just help you out here. I'm just gonna put you there. Oh Jesus.
Oh,
See,
jeez, we're
Everyone
big.
thinks that it's like I'm like, oh, I was kind of off, and it turns out I'm off all the time.
There.
I'm just a big dumb himbo in real life.
Let's shrink that down just a
Love
bit.
that. I feel like we're all himbos, bimbos, or thembos. To be fair,
There you
like
go.
all of us.
Agreed.
So eventually, you guys do make it to the front entranceway again, and it is sealed still. What is the plan?
Shit.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna give it a quick inspect, see if I can't break us out of here, but I'm pretty sure I can't.
Well, funny enough, when you inspect it, you realize, we didn't actually look at this when we passed by the first time. We just kind of went, oh shit, door's closed. It's just like something that kind of came down in place. And you do see seals and cracks like along the base and the outer rim of it.
Oh, can I? You know,
Guidance
like,
on
like-
Rose.
Can I just Eldritch Blast it?
Give it a shot. And Rose, do you want to wait for the Eldritch Blast or do you want to do it at the same
I'll
time?
wait after the Eldritch Blast.
All right.
I'm a little impatient right now.
Yeah.
Guidance on Rose still.
26.
26. You launch it at the door, and you have this necrotic kind of spider web of a burn mark that's on the stone.
But no.
Does it?
Even
So
if it's
dumb.
force damage, so like there's
Mhm.
it's okay.
Can I
It's
try
probably
to
enchanted or
lift it?
something.
Sorry, what?
Can I? The door, did it close like whoop, like this?
You didn't see it, but you do see that, like, as Cold kind of looked down, you can see, like, there's, like, a little bit of a gap there that you could probably wedge your fingers under there, or at least maybe, like, your blade to kind of get it up a little bit.
Rose, do you still have your javelins?
Where it is damaged, can I try to like Dragon Age Inquisition, try to damage the door to like break it in?
I wish I
Just
knew that
kicking it.
reference.
I was gonna say we could use leverage, but if you want to try that, that's also an option.
Okay, we'll go with Rose first, and then we'll try Cult's idea.
You do have guidance.
I
Does
do
that work
have
on attack?
Maiden.
I don't know.
Attack
It's
roll?
not like you can miss a door.
Well,
You
Fair.
can really fuck it up. I mean, by getting a one.
Plus guidance.
I don't think on attack rolls. But correct
I
me
don't
if
know.
I'm
I
wrong.
didn't even. I
Ability
haven't read
check.
this.
Ability checks, yeah.
Oh,
No worries.
I
no
think
you
it's
still
worries.
have
less
guidance.
Well.
for attack rolls.
Yeah.
Well, 15 does connect with a door. or a piece of stone, and you do hear a mighty crack. Whether it came from the door or Rose's hand, you're not entirely sure.
No, it's on my hand. I use my axe.
Excuse me. You hear a ting that rings out.
I mean, there might be magic on the door.
And she goes again.
Go for it.
As she's going.
Stupid door!
Same thing.
Oh, I only have detect magic as a drow. Never mind. Or dispel magic. Never mind.
This usually works, guys! And then she goes again. And, you know, I'm gonna roll every single time, but you get it.
Rose, there's an opening, like very small underneath.
What?
So,
Where?
underneath, if you want to put your fingers and lift, use your muscle,
I can help you.
Okay.
please.
I will.
Do you have one of those javelins?
I think. Yeah, I do.
Well, let's try to wedge a couple of those under there, see if we can't get it up a little further, and then we should have a...
I mean, how strong are the javelins? They might snap.
To be fair, I think Rose is stronger than the javelins.
Well, I can try with my
That's what I'm
fingers.
saying. I think if you put
To
too
be fair, I
much
think both of
pressure
those
on a
girls are.
stone door,
It
the
might,
javelin might
give
snap.
us an advantage. See where I'm going?
I'll try with my fingers first, and then we can do the javelins.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I'll
give,
help her out.
yeah. Maybe give guidance to Viria while I make sure Rose has guidance.
Yep, guidance to Viria.
Okay. Both of you.
That's how I cast it.
Yeah. Athletics
Be
checks.
gentle.
That's super typical of me, but
Guidance?
I'll add the guidance, yeah. On the floor. 16.
Okay. Between you and Rose, Rose tries to get her fingers underneath the heaviness of the door, whatever. And she can't quite get it until you wedge your dragon claw fingers underneath there to get a little bit of leverage. And as you kind of lift with your knees, she's able to get it under there and then help you guys about waist high.
I'm
you guys!
immediately gonna roll through.
Well,
You acrobatic tumble through and
Yeah, and is there anything on the other side that I should be worried about?
1,000
I'm-
needles come down from the ceiling to pierce. No. No, you're good.
Throw me the idol.
Come on, Nagaheim, get in! Get in! This
I'll-
is heavy!
I guess I'll lay down and float underneath.
And
Oh,
Cole's gonna
limbo.
grab the other side now. So he's helping holding it up.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely heavy, but as long as like someone of strength goes under and kind of helps you support, then you're not holding it for too long. You're not going to hold it long enough, unfortunately, for both of them to duck under.
I do have proficiency in athletics still. You're like, yeah, that's gonna help you.
It's adorable.
adorable.
Ah!
Oh, I do have detect magic.
All right, but I will say, without too much hassle, now that you've got the door at least open slightly, you are able to kind of plan it out easily enough so that, well, you know, when it's not something to do with your brain, you know, people just eject themselves.
magic. We're just
Yeah.
dealing with a door.
Yeah.
Brute strength. What the fuck? I'm
You guys are dumb.
One more day. One more day of this.
Oh,
shit.
that's right. That's right. New
One
laptop.
more day.
All right,
One
but
more day.
what about Agnog?
Make a perception check or an investigation check, I'll say.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 2.
You guys are in a space. You
Can I-
walked
can I
under
look
a
around?
door.
Now, we're all safely through.
You are. All four of you are now on the other side of.
But I
The
do
door.
voice this concern out loud, you know?
And Rose will echo, but you know, if the door was closed and it's heavy, and Agnar has pretty weak arms, so he's probably on the other side of the door, and he couldn't lift it because he was alone, so he might be
That's
trapped.
why I'm saying That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
Mm.
and we don't want him trapped.
I mean, I want to
Well-
try and at least. I mean, I thought he was dead all this time.
If you're willing to take time in here and rest, I can regain some of my magical abilities, and I can try to contact him.
This is a fair point. We are literally at the only exit.
That we're
That's
aware
true.
of.
We can establish some kind of guard, watch, whatever.
Yeah.
He's got to come through here if he wants to leave.
Well,
So-
unless there's another exit somewhere and we haven't seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as I am able to get an hour, I can regenerate a spell, like the ability to send a message to him to put the ball into his court.
I do kind of like the fact that our two enemies, as it were, are in there and we're in here. Because we can just go and find them whenever we want. And
It's
there's
true.
Actually, I lied. I don't actually have sending prepared. What the fuck? Never mind. I take all of that back.
Oh no!
I only have message.
Well, we can.
I mean,
how much
we could still
time
rest
do you
a
need?
little bit.
How much time do you need to be able to do what you want to do?
I can do message, but it's only within 100 feet or 120 feet. So, fuck. Never mind. 1 foot of stone stops it.
Are these walls a foot?
Oh yeah.
I
Not only that, the ones like
would-
throughout the rest of the maze. Oh yeah.
Well, crumble bums.
Yeah.
Range wouldn't have been too much of a problem.
No, but I would need an entire day to switch, or the rest of the evening to sleep and rest. I need 4 hours to be
Well,
able to
let's-
get it.
Let's have a little
Well,
sit down.
we can stay here for 4 hours. I mean, assuming there's no other exit,
And
we'll
we can
just
talk about
we can
what
just
we're gonna
watch this one.
I want to point out that it took the moon to open all of this up. If I'm remembering correctly.
That is correct. Was that from, correctly speaking here, was that from the outside of all of this?
Mhm.
Okay. If it is, I would like you to check to see if this door can be opened from the inside easily. Because we did dig away the whole thing. And if I get a 4 hours rest, I could turn back into a mole, a giant mole, and dig us out if needed. But I just want to make sure our door can be opened.
I'm going to inspect. I'm going to see if we can just get out into the desert.
'Kay.
So I'm going to inspect these two doors
I mean,
here.
if all else fails, we do have your ring cult.
It's very true, but one step at a time. We don't. We'll see if we can't say befriend. And that other numbskull.
I don't really
Although-
care about the numbskull, but
No, neither do I. But it seems kind of sad to leave him in there to die like everyone else. But yeah. So
'Kay.
can we get out?
So the map is a little wonky, so it's not actually 2 doors, it's just one up there. Just to
Is it?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. But you do see that that pathway is open, and there are still stairs that lead out from here.
Okay, it is open.
Yeah.
Okay. I can put the tent up. Well, the orb tent. What am I? Not magic
hut.
using? I can put the orb up, and if I get 4 hours of rest, I will be able to contact and use my spells and rearrange my spells. It's up to how long you want to wait, Viri. But-
oh, we'll wait the time it takes for you to be able to do your thing.
Of course.
Would you all mind if I also rest if we're gonna be here for 4 hours?
Yeah,
Is
get
that
some
good,
rest,
Well,
Rose.
Colt, do you also want to rest?
I just need an hour. Get some of my energy back. I won't get any spells or any of my luck back, but you
Okay,
know,
we can take the 4 hours.
yeah, swords don't run out of slashy.
I'd open my book up and then start ritual casting the hut.
Mm-hmm.
And so that way Rose and I can have our full rest.
Long rest, babies.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
we'll
enough.
take a short rest, I suppose. So I can get my spell slots back.
I'm gonna go outside and just sort of get a lay of the land, see what time of day it is. Although Nekheim could tell me, but they're resting.
So,
See if those transports are still there.
right. So, as you head up to the top of the stairs, you see that there is a collection of sand that's kind of coming down the stairs. And as you get even halfway up the stairs, you do hear the roar of somewhat of a sandstorm on the rise. And once you get topside, you're looking around and you do see the frames of one of the transports. You guys came with 3. So as you walk up closer to it, I'll get you to make an investigation check. And I'll say
Got
at
it.
disadvantage because it is kicking up a sandstorm that is obscuring your vision a little bit.
You got it. Oh, that's 1.
Okay, with guidance?
13 with my guidance
Brilliant.
is 16.
Brilliant. You see that this speeder is practically just its bones. It's resting in the desert, and a lot of sand has already built up around its frame and on its platform that everybody could stand on. And you see it's a little bit lopsided. And going around it, going at the certain points where you could tell like there were objects within it that would elevate it and levitate it off the ground, those have been removed. And there's no supplies or anything on these kind of mechanisms or anything like that. The other thing you remember is that there were 2 party members from Thorndyke's crew that were up here watching over everything. And you are alone.
I'm going to slink back into the shadows.
Mm-hmm. Easy to do.
And as I'm
As you
like,
slink down, you because sand gets in your mouth.
through the earring, or no, I'll just go back down, and then with my eyes on the exit, I'll tell Veria of what I've seen.
Mhm.
It's like, so these 2 crewmates were still out here, and now there's 2 discs missing and 1 disabled. We don't have a way to get back.
I mean, Agnar had an earring like ours. He could have. What are you doing?
You can't see that I'm looking at Xander. Because we're all both them like, no, we have ways to get back. We're just miming at each other. My apologies.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to confirm if Agnar's no longer here, then we'll just use the ring and leave.
But it might be a good idea to make sure no one's coming down those stairs. Just in case.
Oh, you can take that exit, and I can take the one leading into the maze.
All right. And I'll find a comfortable place to sit with my crossbow on my knee, and I'll watch the exit for 4 hours
Fair enough.
and eat.
I'll say you guys can do like the cross section where Cult will be in the top left looking at the entrance to the tomb, and Viri can be in the bottom right looking to the stairs that are leading out. So that we have some distance. If anybody comes down either of those pathways, you got the jump on them.
Sounds good. Is that if I'm on watch, can I take a short rest?
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. I need.
I'm gonna do that as well.
I've never used hit dice. How do I use those?
You can use hit
You
die,
can
hit
click
die, hit
short
die.
rest on D&D Beyond, and then you can select how much you want.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Use them all.
Channel Divinity is still what? What is that? Channel Divinity reset maximum HP changes during this rest. I don't know what that means.
Cool. And
So if you do a short rest with your and then you cast your channel divinity, or you cast it before, whatever it works, it resets your, like this one specifically will reset your hit point. So if your next short rest, you'll have maximum hit points to use.
I don't think I can use it because I believe I used both my channel divinities to search for dead. It's the grave. Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
used it. That's okay.
Well, now you know.
Now I know. I will forget.
And knowledge is half the battle unless you
G.I.
forget.
Joe!
Real American hero.
you know what? I'm gonna use another one just so I can get back to full. Yeah. There we go.
Here, let me adjust my spells.
Did that go through?
A 4? Yep.
You have got to be joking. What is going on?
You can use them all.
Because you
Like
rolled
all
I
your-
one,
did.
yeah.
I did.
That doesn't look like all.
No,
I
you only rolled
know.
one of them.
That's just one.
Yeah.
Because you select the the little squares, and then like there's a thing that appears, and you click on that, and it'll roll them for you.
I'll take that.
I did that. Here, let's try that again. I'm gonna, just in case he is right, I got a 4 for that one, right?
You rolled a
hit die.
1. Oh, there you go. And then you rolled an 8.
It's still
Why
just
is
rolling
it only doing
1d8.
it one at
Yeah,
a
that's
time?
weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 8 more.
Okay.
This is the content you come for.
Mhm.
If you highlight them all,
Uh,
they should roll.
It
Let's try one more
doesn't.
time.
I have them all highlighted.
Okay.
Mother.
That is so strange. Okay.
That
Well,
is
do
really
5
weird.
more rolls. You know,
Okay.
it's all good. We'll get you there.
1, 2, 3.
Everybody else, Viri, you did yours. Rose,
Yep.
were you doing any?
Well, we did long
no,
rest.
because we're L, so we can do long rest for 4 hours.
Cool, cool, cool.
Meditation, baby. Racial features.
We're superior.
Easy
Okay, take it easy there, pointy ears.
now. As Cult gingerly prods at their own pointy ears.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I didn't say that. That wasn't me.
Kick
That was all me,
Snagheim.
baby.
All right.
Kick Snagheim as they're meditating. Just
Mage head
Okay.
just
Well, that was a bit of overkill. I got 126 points back. I have a maximum of 100 back.
Cool.
maybe just take some of those.
There we go.
That's good. That's good.
Why
All right.
does it not add it?
Because
Okay.
you have to do it.
That's enough. That's enough.
We'll test drive it afterwards. Just make a
I'll
little
test
note.
drive it.
Yeah.
That'll be some private time.
Yeah, we'll do
so I
green
can
room
yell at
for
my
you.
computer.
Yeah, it's all good. So as you guys are on watch, the elves within the bubble trying to take their short rest, or sorry, their 4-hour rest there. At around hour and a half to 2 hours, you do hear a little bit of like on the stone door leading into the maze.
through the
Where is
earring, I'll
this?
go. Colt, there's some noise coming from. She points to the door.
I hear it. Also, hi.
Aren't you meditating?
Yeah, you're out. You and Nagheimer.
Oh, I thought it was after 4 hours.
No,
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's okay.
Rose is knocked out. Never mind.
no worries.
I have just opened something in D&D Beyond that I don't understand. Okay, what's going on? All right, old woman, what's going on? Oh no. Okay, Colt's gonna go towards the door and just like have a little listen. Can I identify who's?
Is this fucking Rose's?
Is there water coming into the room through the crack in the bottom?
Nope.
Hmm.
Much like the other rooms where you guys did puzzles and everything like that, the water kind of
It just
stays. Yeah.
Stops. Okay.
Yeah, I can try lifting the door, and you could ready yourself to
He just sort
attack
of.
if needed.
Yeah. He just sort of knocks on the stone.
Did you hear that?
That was. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed
There,
for you
wait.
right now.
Shit, it doesn't. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to do. You hear a very confused, like, knock knock on.
This is how we feel when the mic doesn't pick up our burps.
Yes. I'm literally smacking the shit out. How? Anyway. So, yes. The answer is yes.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can. Oh wait, over on the other side. Who is this?
My name is Tad.
Hi, Ted.
No, Tad with an A.
Oh, Ted. Okay. It kind of sounds the same when
Your
I say it.
accent's
Ted,
weird. It
Tad.
sounds like you're saying the same thing.
I know. That's cool.
It's kind of
I mean,
muddled
it's not
accent.
his
I
fault.
mean,
He
it's-
has an
it-
accent. Yeah.
I'm not trying to judge. I mean, we all have our battles.
Do you want to get
Who
out of
are
that-
you, Tad?
I was in here with a group of individuals. We were looking for I think some treasure. I'm not really sure. I was just kind of paid to kind of come along, and
Oh, so you were on a job? Is that correct?
yes. Were you guys there too? Is this the group that we kind of teamed up with? Is this you guys?
Maybe.
Can I do an insight check on
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, go for it.
That's the-
Can I
I
also
love
do-
him.
I'm doing that. Yeah.
I love
I
him
would-
so much. I trust
I
him
wa-
entirely.
Implicitly, yes. I was gonna hobble myself and say this should be a disadvantage because it's through a door, and a lot of
For
that
insight?
insight is facial cues.
Yeah. How do you wanna? How
Sure.
do you wanna?
How do I want to do
Okay.
this? I'll say disadvantage.
How do you wanna do it?
Oh.
Okay.
As a
Fine.
player, I trust him entirely.
No,
100%.
fucking
damn
I
it.
love him. I would die for
10.
him.
Was there any guidance or anything in that?
Oh yeah. Nope.
Well,
nope.
you can
No,
guidance
I
yourself.
didn't say it.
It's-
I didn't say it. I didn't slap the head.
No. I'm just asking because I don't know who said they were doing an insight check.
Oh, we're both doing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
we're
both.
both
Okay,
doing
well, you know what? I'll say one of you would have had advantage, and we'll count the 15 if you like.
And oh, okay.
Yeah.
That works for me.
So what you're picking up is that this guy definitely confused, doesn't really remember too much of like point A to point B, but he's here now and he's trying to get out. And this is the one entranceway that looks kind of like an exit. He remembers being told to follow his right hand, and it's kind of led him here. And now he's just a little scared because you're picking up like the little quivers in the voice saying like, I don't think I can open this door.
All right. Colt, let me handle this. All right, Tad. We'll
Hi, I'm
let
still
you
here.
out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got you, buddy.
Oh,
I
thank
mean,
you.
you were paid to be here, right?
Yes,
All right.
I assumed we all were. Is that not the case? Do we have to?
Yeah, no,
renegotiate?
we were definitely paid to be here as well,
Oh,
but
good. I'm glad you guys got that.
Captain met an unfortunate end, and you kind of got knocked out, so we thought
Oh.
you were a goner as well. That
Well,
might
I
be why
remember
you're
a really
confused.
nice set of titties, but that was about the last thing I remember.
Oh well, that I mean,
I mean, of all the
Might
ways
have
to
dreamed
go,
them up, I don't know.
That's not the best. That's not the worst way to go. You know.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Sorry about leaving you in there. We'll try and open the door for you. Can
Oh,
you?
no worries. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Can I help out on this
Yeah.
end at all?
Ted,
Yeah.
I have a question before we open this door. Do you
All
feel
right.
a little upset about seeing those titties? Now?
I mean, we all have our preferences, but how could you be upset at titties?
Okay, good to know. Interesting. Okay, yeah. If you go down towards the bottom, there should be a gap. Slip your fingers under that.
Yeah,
Lift from
we'll-
this
I
side.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you got it.
scamper-
All right.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think I could get my fingers underneath, but I'll try with a sword. So watch yourself now. I don't want you to get cut.
Oh, okay. Just let us know where you're putting the sword so we don't also, you know,
Alright,
put our
I'll
fingers
try
down
for the
there.
center. That seems the safest bet there.
All right, we'll go on both ends.
All right.
Can he be my dad?
I love him
And
so
not in
much.
the daddy way, like we're going for ice cream, kids, kind of dad.
Very that.
Yeah.
We're gonna set him up in the manor. And he's gonna be our favorite NPC. Fuck
I
whoever
mean,
dies to the
we
vampires.
do
This
need
guy,
a
our
new major
favorite.
domo.
Our favorite.
Martin
Fuck,
died.
what's
Yeah.
his name that died? This is his replacement.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll.
This is the new Martin.
That's it, Martin.
Tad, do you want a job?
Very sad about Martin still, but this is our replacement. It's
Good
like when you
save.
get a pet and you'll never forget the pet that passed away, but this is the one that helps ease the pain and lets you love again.
Yes, exactly. This is our new puppy.
Very that.
I think we're being too early in saying that because then Jason is like, fine, I'm gonna ruin it for you guys.
If you kill him, Jason, I will fly over there.
No, he will kill
I'll
us.
fight you.
That's
Yeah.
the MO here.
It's like we were complaining about getting gaslit, but now we're the ones gaslighting this guy.
It's like wearing shirts that say "Please gaslight me." I just want the attention.
I mean,
All right, let's lift the door up.
Straight on the titties.
Athletics check.
Okay.
Okay, athletics
Rolling.
check.
Damn it, I forgot guidance. But 13. Not
21.
bad.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, I have proficiency, so that should be +4. So 17.
Okay.
Well, no, because you got +1 on that roll, so an extra 3.
Oh, is that how that works?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because my
'Cause you-
proficiency bonus is 4.
Is your
I'll go with
oh.
what you say.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
let's
if
do
your
that.
proficiency is proficiency's +4.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
And if
because
you're-
you rolled a 12, so that would be 12 plus 4 then.
So yeah, 16.
No,
No.
sorry.
'Cause I have a
You rolled a 12. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, strength plus proficiency +5. Yeah, you're good.
There we
You're
go.
correct. Cole.
Okay, sorry.
We're wrong.
Mark that as a win.
I can't.
The door opens.
I know, we're so excited.
And eventually you see just kind of scramble underneath there, Tad, who appears as you've seen him before.
Oh, thank you for that. Oh, it was getting a little hard to
And a
breathe back
knife to
there.
his throat.
Oh, shuckadoo. What's going on?
Okay, don't worry, Tad. This is just a formality. You know, a little bit of a safety net, as you would say.
Oh, I
Here
understand.
you are,
I've been in
Sergeant.
this situation many a time before.
And he just begins removing his sword and placing it down, taking out daggers, and just kind of like opening up his vest and kind of turning around, doing all the kind of stuff, putting his hands on the wall, spreading his legs.
All right, you go ahead there. I've had this done many a time before, and I'm not bashful.
I don't think that's.
It's okay. You can get
necessary.
right
We
up there.
just-
I've got nothing to hide.
Like someone who goes and flies a lot. Like the shoes are already off.
The belt's already in the tray. Yeah.
Okay. We
Colt
just have a few
shrugs.
questions for you, that's all.
Okay, that
Colt
sounds fine.
shrugs and just gives him like a pat down. He doesn't seem to have anything unusual on him.
Alright, so you were hired by.
Mr. Thorndyke, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure if I needed to fill in the details there.
I mean, I'm just trying to see what you remember, because it seems like you took a pretty solid hit on the head back there.
Oh, well, I don't feel too bad. I mean, I came out pretty scot-free there. I don't know that if I was any help at all, to be honest. I kind of just led around by everyone there.
No. You were a lot of help,
Well, that's good to know.
which, yeah.
Through the earring, Colt's gonna with Viri's like, you gonna be the good god then? I'll be bad guard.
I mean, what?
Never mind. So how long have you worked for Thorndyke?
Oh, he came around about, I think he made the scene about a month or two ago, but I only got hired on when I was finished my current job, which was just kind of tending gardens for some people. We kind of work as an escort to take some herbs from one location in Marquette to another and back again. And so there can be some rough and tumble folks there, but you know, they got me, so it's not so bad.
So you work in botany. What would you recommend? Are you a delivery man or do you work in botany?
I'm more of the protection angle. It's not so much that I was destined to be the dangerous botany kind of person, but I just kind of fell into it, you know, hard times as we've all experienced, and you just kind of
And you're
take the jobs that come along. I'm sorry, what?
You're from the city here?
Yeah, I've been stationed in Marquette for a little while. I used to go on ships from one port to another, but when I came here, oh, the weather, you can't beat it.
Okay, shut up, Ted. How long? You're not originally from this city.
Please
then.
excuse my compatriot. He's a little impatient.
And he just sort of gives Fury a look like, I'm the bad cop.
The bad god, you mean?
Yeah. And you say stationed. Are you part of a larger group? Or are you a freelance mercenary for hire?
I'm an independent contractor.
You're an independent contractor? Is he
Yes,
telling the truth?
You don't need an insight check. After you told him to shut up, he's just kind of like, oh shit, what did I get myself into? So he's trying to be as
Okay,
polite as
Tad,
possible.
no, it's all right. It's just you seem to have some kind of memory problem. And I glared at Rose, who's meditating.
My
And
insurance doesn't cover health.
we just want you to get back home safe and sound, especially if you're only in this for the money. You
Okay.
know, it's,
I have some bad news for you, Ted.
Oh,
You're not
God.
getting paid. But we'll try to
Yeah,
get you out of here
you're-
safe and sound.
I mean, our employer kind of got, run through a sword. I wonder how that happened.
Well, I mean, I did get paid initially. There was just a bonus at the end that was promised, but you know, I'm
good.
doing okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you folks get paid?
No, that
I'm
asshole.
sorry, I had nothing to do with that. I'm not the financial person.
No, we know,
here.
we know, we know,
Okay.
we know. Don't worry.
All right.
It's fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep these for the time being. You understand? Find yourself a corner, get a little bit of rest. We have a bit of a wait. We're waiting. What can you tell me about Agnar?
Who's Agnar?
You said you've been working with Thorndyke for a month.
No. I got hired on recently. I was on. How would you say it? I was on retainer, I guess is the word. And then I got the call not too long ago before we headed out that, you know, oh, time to pack up and go.
Like a dog's body, kind of.
I don't know what that means.
You just do the running around and are available.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that's
yeah.
literally what he said his job was.
Right. Okay. So you don't know who Agnar is?
No, sir.
Red-headed guy about my age.
I've seen a lot of redheads. I don't know, like, I don't recall any redheads on the crew. I feel like I'm saying the wrong things here.
No. Just tell the truth. That's all. That you can't go wrong with telling the truth.
Oh, that's a good motto to live by. I like that.
And he's going to like just do this real subtle like lower his head and look out from darkened brows. He still has the knife to his throat with like a real dark look. Not do anything.
Fury
But he's
catches
gonna-
on and tries to look as reassuring as possible, which is kind of hard with fucking glowing eyes and a dragon claw on, but you know.
Right, because you've got this scary as fuck, you know, ASMR with like glowing eyes and everything, doing the I'm the good cop, and then you've got, you know, pristine chiseled cheekbone and debonair kind of thing, like, ooh, I'm so tough. You know, it's just such the.
And I would like to intimidate him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go
say,
for it.
Don't you cross us,
As if you haven't already intimidated him enough.
or you'll regret
Right?
it. I really want to. I don't get to use my intimidation.
No, I
now.
know, so this is gonna be great.
Can I persuade him? No, I'm kidding.
22.
Yeah.
Excellent. He's not moving.
And Colt's going to take the dagger, and it just sort of like vanishes into his clothing. And he steps away and he goes,
You're just doing this because you're having fun, aren't you?
"No, it's because my trust was just completely eradicated. And I am having some hard times trusting anyone right now, with the exception of you guys. And, but that felt pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it
But
too
that's
much
not
to
why I
ask
did it.
for a blanket?
We don't have any blankets.
All right.
Make do. But I will
Yeah.
toss him some food. Some rations."
Ooh, dried bacon.
Good old bacon jerky. Oh, I wish I had bacon jerky.
So, are you two still holding out camp for the rest of the time there?
Yep.
Okay. So, Colt back in the upper left, Veery down in the bottom right, and our friend Tad in the bottom left, just kind of trying to fall asleep, but having a hard time because, you know, it's kind of cold and he's on stone, you know,
No blankie.
no blankie. Occasionally you'll hear a little of his stomach because, like, pocket bacon doesn't really do much.
Gets
But the gesture-
virus going, but doesn't
The
give you
gesture was
away.
nice, yeah. All right, but 4 hours come and go. Everybody in the bubble has had their long rest. What are we doing?
Bubble is down.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, you made it out.
Yeah,
did,
this is
yes.
Tad.
Hi.
He and
Kitty!
Colt's
A
gonna say,
pleasure.
I remember you. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh. That's why my head hurt. Okay, you little sneaky son of a gun.
I'm so glad you followed the right hand trail.
I
Get
did. That
here.
was nice of you. That was nice of you.
So Tad here was only recently hired by Thorndyke. He's not part of his inner crew,
That is
per
correct.
se. Through the earring.
through the
Tad.
earring.
You
I
can't hear
know. I'm
me.
testing
Shut the
you.
fuck
Shut up.
Jeez.
Don't tell me.
Well,
Excellent.
aren't we glad that we didn't attack him?
Well, it's fine. I am not trusting a goddamn thing in this dungeon, so you guys shouldn't either. He seems really nice, which has led me down bad paths. But
Oh, but I'm sure Colt he's not from the dungeon. He looks like he actually lives outside of a dungeon.
I just
think
meant
that'll
all
be
the
fine.
encompassing bad things that have happened here, mostly Thorndyke turning on us after, becoming my friend or whatever. But I don't even care.
I
so.
did warn you about, befriending him. But
And I'm feeling that regret right now quite deeply. Well,
Tad,
Hello.
where is it you were from?
Well, I live here in Marquette. I'm not originally from here. Originally, I'm from.
Oh, but you live here? In Marquette?
Yes.
Perfect. We'll be able to get you home, no problem.
Oh, thank you very much.
And if you will excuse me, Negheim's eyes will go white, and I'm going to cast Sending. Agnar, are you in the maze? Or did you escape? If you are in the maze, we can get you out.
oh, perfect. 5 more, actually.
We would like to speak.
Now, knowing the few details of everything that has happened in the past little bit there, it's no surprise to you that you don't get a response.
Fine. Scrying.
Okay?
It is a... which he could pass. Oh god. Where's my spell? It is a 5th level, is it? So that's 6. Yes. Scrying.
Okay?
So I will tack off my 5th, And I will tack off my third. Yeah, okay. I'm good. I'm going to do scrying. It is a wisdom saving throw.
And I have to beat a what?
17.
Okay. 22.
Fair. Well, Viri, Agnar does not wish to speak to us. And I cannot see him. I can try again in about 24 hours. I can send him one more message.
I mean, I know the one thing he wants to do right now is kill me, so would that be incentive enough for him to answer?
Let's find out. Eyes go white. Agnar,
Yes. No.
Why do you talk like that? Ah, I had a stroke.
if you wish to speak to Viria, we can safely arrange that. However, do not trust your memories. I do hope to speak. That's it. Oh, I will find him. Because, wait, does this work? I don't know. I need to read my spells again. I forgot how to play this game.
Every week.
I'm gonna do locate creature.
Yeah, you are.
And if he is within 1,000 feet, unless there's running water,
Well, you know there's running water.
I just want to see if he's outside.
Oh, okay.
There's running water, but I can still detect around everything, like above and outside and such. I want to see if he's in that area.
Sure. Nothing.
But if not, I'll be like, shall I get us to the city?
I mean, we know he's still alive.
We'll find him.
And, I mean, you have magic that can find him wherever we are, wherever he is.
Currently, we need to wait another 24 hours for me to try to locate him.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that we can find him at some later date, right? It's not-
Exactly.
And the words of Thorndyke ring in Cult's head. His accusatory claims of them letting the goo monster go.
I mean, chances are he was part of their crew. Chances are he regrouped with the other two outside and left already.
Or, depending, because he said he had just hired Tat. The other two may have just seen an opportunity to steal and make money and leave Thorndyke here.
Do we know in game that Thorndyke had the earrings, or was that a very only? You
No, I think-
nodded, but I had two options.
No, I mentioned earlier that Agnar had an earring of messaging.
Okay.
Well,
Same
I
as us.
do believe, I can't remember who or if everybody kind of acknowledged it, but at some point during like the whole maze part, it was revealed that he had an earring on as well.
I remember you pointing out that he did an earring motion, and we noticed that he had the same earring
Yeah.
on his earring, and noticing the soldiers had the same earring on
So I'd
their
say
earring.
reasonably,
Okay.
it's yeah, you could assume that.
Well,
I think we can honestly say he's gone. He's not in that labyrinth.
that is fair, but I will get us back to the city. and I will take the couple minutes to start drawing out, since I've been there and I would say I'm completely familiar with the city since we stayed there for a couple days. Let me see. I gotta look it up. Sorry.
No, no worries.
Teleportation. D&D 5e.
Tad, the new Martin.
But yeah.
Highlight.
I think I still have. Wait, what is this one?
So while this is going on, Rose would be like, "So Tad, do you have any butler experience?" I just asking for a friend.
Make a perception check.
Perception. 24.
Excellent. So you ask this of Tad.
That's not really my specialty. I mean, I could have I'm a jack of all trades, you know, like I'm really good with my hands and
you notice that his eyesight is always darting down to the tatas, as one would say.
Okay. Well, do you have any, like, have you ever managed staff in, like, an estate? Just like interviewing him, like, actually.
No, I can't say that I have. Not many an opportunity. Oh, sorry, I'll pick that up again. Not many opportunities to do that in my line of work, you know. But I'm a fast learner, as they say.
Before we leave, can I just search you again, Tad, just to make sure?
Oh, that's fine. Nothing too much here. Just my coin purse is the last thing left over.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm specifically looking to see if he has the necklace I saw on Agnar. That's a necklace of disguised self. Just, you know, making sure real fast. What do you want me to roll?
Investigation.
Yeah. Okay. Not bad. 15.
Yeah, he's pretty much, undershirt, pantaloons, whatever you want to call them. You know, he's not hiding too much else. Huh?
Can I say I assist because I'm distracting him? Oh, okay.
It's all good.
I was trying to...
No, I would have let you do it if it was of anything of consequence, but no.
Does he have an earring of sending? Or messaging or whatever?
Messaging? Yes.
He does have one?
Yeah.
Tad.
Yes.
Before I finish this circle.
Uh-huh.
Could I have that earring? We were not given one to contact the rest of the crew.
Well, or rather, can you use that earring to contact someone named Agnar?
Also works.
I've been trying. Nobody's responding.
Oh.
We might be too far away. So I would love it for Viria to have that earring.
Oh, I don't mind that. It's not mine to give, but from what I'm told, and just the person who gave me this isn't, here, just take it. Yeah.
Colt just like twists his blade into the hilt or into the sheath, and then slowly draws it out so it makes a really loud shing sound. And he looks at Tad. He goes, "What was the last thing you heard over that earring?"
Stand back.
Yeah, he's not here. Perfect.
Again, did I do something wrong? I was paid to do a job. I thought we all were.
You did not do anything wrong.
I'm feeling like a bad person right now. I don't know why.
This Agnar decided to leave those of us who have survived to fend for ourselves.
We're survivors.
However, if you will all run into this circle now, and I'll finish it off.
I want you to explain what you mean by, like, I know he's gone first.
That circle is completed.
Oh.
You have seconds.
I know what
to do.
Here I go.
Colt's gonna grab onto the scruff of Tad's neck and go in with him.
Son of a bitch, I was going.
Okay, I make it. I got over a 25.
Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, Mary. And I extend my hand
Just
towards
speak
you.
to me, Nagaheim. She's still going off as like she's being dragged into the circle.
Magic. Stand back.
And
Explain. I don't
I
know
don't
magic.
understand.
stop yelling.
We're done.
All right.
And we are back at the inn.
You are. as
We
soon
land in
as
the
I
inn
find
and we're like, all you hear is us yelling, I don't understand magic.
What
As
are
we
you
land.
saying? Stand back. What does that mean?
I believe he used something that he might not have complete control over with his magics, so it could have been volatile when he was opening the door.
Huh?
He might not trust the magics that he has. If he had to use something else to disguise himself, if he had to use a scroll to cast magic,
That doesn't explain why you're certain he left.
or your shirt.
I couldn't detect him. That's fair. And
Shut
in
up.
the earrings, there was never a response from somebody that they could trust, which means they are most likely out of range.
All evidence points.
Or
to
he
being
just
gone.
chose not to respond. That's something we can do using the earring.
But Furia, there were
There's-
2 people waiting outside of the tomb. Agnar knew how to get out, I'm assuming.
I mean,
And
there was a storm. Maybe the
they
storm
could have helped him get out. There are 2 of those disc things gone.
And they're missing.
I
then
know,
the
I
other
know.
one's
I'm just
disabled.
not connecting the dots with the whole Tad here heard that,
Oh.
you know, he had to stand back for some reason. I'm not. When was
Tad-
this?
Yeah,
Tad.
what's our timeline? A timeline? Blah.
Or Tad line?
It was when you
What's
came.
our tagline?
My turn? Okay.
Yeah.
It was when you and that fellow came out of the skull. Before you did that, I mean, all you folks over here, you went to the middle of the room, and we were told to, or at least I was told to, just stand
Oh.
back.
All right.
I had a feeling we were going to get into a scuffle. I gotta say, I'm very glad we didn't, though.
No.
It's
Yeah.
very glad that I was able to get us all back here safely, and Albert is gonna fly off my shoulder and head towards the boat.
What boat?
The
The
Tyrannus.
Thorndike's.
Okay.
Just check it out as much as he can.
What is everybody else
If
doing?
it's still there.
Well, I guess we're in
Vary's
the
just
hall
looking
pad.
very stressed and angry right now.
That's fair.
Cole gives her like a reassuring arm squeeze and just kind of like does his cult.
Oh,
Rose is gonna turn to Tad and be like, "Well, I'm glad we got you back here, Tad. If you ever need us, here's our business card." And she hands him a piece of paper and be like, "Ta-ta!"
Oh,
When
thank you
did
very
you get-
much.
And there's
Actually-
nothing on the paper.
Cult does have business cards,
Magic.
by the way.
I get this. I've seen this before.
actually, Dagcam will turn to whoever is behind the bar and go, "I apologize for dropping in unexpectedly. Can we all have a round, please?"
Sure.
I'm
Because we
not.
just dropped into the inn. I just thought of that.
I was about to ask him like, where are we in the inn?
So
You
16
have a round
copper.
on this, Tad.
I'll drop a silver.
I'm
But
just.
You're about
gonna
half silver
go-
shy.
Do we still
Oh.
have?
I'll drop 2.
Thank you.
Do we still have a room here?
I
Let's get
don't
rooms.
think so. I'm trying to
Rose
like.
is gonna put a gold coin and just be like, "Rooms, please."
Yes. That covers 2 rooms. Yes. Perfect.
All right. I'm just gonna go up to one of them.
If there is an area outside to sit to have the drinks, Nagheim would go sit there and wait for Albert.
You do remember that this is like an underground bar, so there's not really patio service at this particular location.
I'll
But
leave my drink
there-
with
there are
everyone else,
tables if
and
you want.
I'll wait. I'll leave my drink with everyone else and wait outside for Albert then.
Okay.
And we'll be like, "I'm gonna wait for my eyes in the sky to let me know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
If you want the drink, have it. I just felt bad for us kind of showing up. And Tad, have the drink if you want, or you can head home.
Oh, I won't say
Whatever
no to
floats
a
your boats.
fresh little bevy. That sounds nice.
Nighttime will go outside and wait for Albert.
Colt's gonna stay close to Tad and just just
You see Tad kind of sheepishly raise a glass and trying to cheers, like make amends.
and he cheers us up very delicately and just looks tired.
Yeah, I've been there.
I don't know if you have, Tad. Okay. I don't know if you have.
You know, Willie, you excuse me. I got a little bit of a rumbly tumbly. I'm gonna go relieve myself real quick there.
And that's where we're going to take a bathroom break real quick, folks, because something in my brain is telling me maybe it's a good time to do that. So thank you for hanging out so far. We're going to take a quick 10-15 minute break. In the meantime, you get to see the lovely emotes that Nicola Nora has designed for our subscribers and the amazing art done by Chuck Monty. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. All right. So, where we left off, everybody had arrived within
A mall.
what was the
Stupid
clever
lion.
name of? No, it wasn't the stupid lion. It was the
Stupid
first one.
tiger.
A clever tiger.
Clever
Clever
tiger.
tiger.
Yeah, that was the one. I assumed that's the one you were going to, and not the mentally
Whichever.
incapacitated llama, whatever I called it.
Honestly, as long as we're inside of a familiar building,
Yes. We'll say the tiger one. Yep.
cool.
Crouching tiger. There we go. So,
Dim ocelot.
yes, there you go. So it's about this time that Tad comes back from the washroom
Oh, there we go. Now, oh, that leg's empty. Yay. All right. Time to refill.
and sits back down beside Colt. Rose, Viria's in the room. Nagheim went outside. Rose, what are you doing?
After a period of time, Rose is gonna take some beverage and maybe some food and borrow a tray from the bartender and just go up to the room.
Make a persuasion check.
$11.
The bartender looks at you, looks at her beloved trays that were gifted by her family over the decades and generations, thinks of you laying your unsullied or sullied hands all over, and yeah, you get the tray.
Rose is gonna go to the room and be like, "Hi, buddy. Brought you something."
Not really hungry.
Well, there's also ale if you're thirsty.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, well, I'll leave it here if that changes.
Yep, thank you, Rose. Love you.
You doing all right?
Not really, but it's fine. She
Okay.
can't see the thumbs up, obviously.
The door
Just in the room,
opens a crack and it's just.
Yeah, there you go.
Thumb.
All right. Well, you know how to ping me if that changes.
Yep. Thanks.
And she goes down. And I sit back down with Colt.
Fair enough. Nagheim?
I'm waiting for my bird outside to see if the ship is still there, or if the ship is, like, if it's gone, it's gone, or if it's still there, if anyone's on deck, or whatever Albert could perceive by doing a flyby.
Okay. Doing a flyby, I'll get you to make a perception check. Sure.
I think I'm on +1. +3. 15.
15. Albert doesn't see the ship anywhere in dock.
Cool. The moment Albert's within range to let me know, I'll poof him back to me
Mhm.
and head inside immediately.
Okay. Back inside, we've got Colton, Rose, and Tad at the bar.
What's a wood?
Nagheim.
Nickheim.
Oh, I thought you were going to give them a moment first. Sorry. Nightheim would walk up. I'm going to speak to Viri. The ship is no longer here.
Viri is in a room upstairs. She doesn't seem to be in the speaking mood, but you can try.
For this, she just needs to listen.
I mean, maybe ask permission first. Just
She needs to know this. And Nightheim will excuse themselves and head up to the room.
Yep.
I am positive you would rather be left alone right now, but
No, it's
Could you-
okay. I'm mostly just thinking.
do you mind if I come in?
Yeah. And I'll open the door.
I understand you will have things to say to me. However, I want you to know the ship is gone.
I figured as much.
The nice thing is every day I will try to find him. And I can try to contact him. I have much more time in this world than he will. So my patience, I
It
feel,
was
is...
very reassuring.
But, I mean, that's in a way of... My patience is most likely far greater, since time to me is much more irrelevant than for him.
I appreciate Nagheim. I get what you're trying to say here.
We'll find him. But, yes, the ship is gone. So whatever you feel like the next move is, you let us know.
Well, I've been thinking. Because you weren't able to break the spell he was under. But I might know of someone who could. I was thinking of asking for their help.
Who?
Oriana.
If it is the magics that I am thinking of, I was thinking of trying to enlist the Enchantress.
That could also work. I mean, it's just I don't know her that well.
I know what she has let me know. And I feel she may be the one to speak to. But if you prefer Ariana first, we can meet her first.
I mean, whatever works. I assume because Oriana brought the two of you back from death's door that she might be powerful enough to try this.
I am and not completely sure. Actually, how much about the spell like modify memory would Nagheim know about? 0? Okay. I'm not completely sure how the spells work. I do not know if they are completely arcane, derivative, or not. However, personally, I would ask the Enchantress, but
I was
I
also
am not
considering
completely sure.
asking Trixie as well.
Trixie does have a very good grasp on the arcane arts, so she would also be most likely a good source.
And I think I know how to lure him to us afterwards, once we have our help. It's funny
Fair.
because I thought, you know, after killing Thorndyke, I wouldn't really know what to do with myself, but I guess this is something.
Well,
That and taking care of the three of you, obviously.
to be fair, I have been rather rash with my decisions, but seeing how things have been playing out and such, I could personally use some lessons on taking a step back and assessing a situation. So I'm not going to let you get away quite yet, I should say, since you tend to be the most level-headed of us all.
All right. She very visibly does not agree with you, but
Yeah, you're so far the only one who hasn't tried to like murder people as a first option.
yes.
But yes, I shall leave you to it. You should probably bring the food in. The tray is no longer cold, but my magic will only last for so long.
There's actually so much. I mean, I'm obviously going to keep on helping Saphira since she helped me out. And then there's the runaway jelly. We should probably do that as well.
That was something I was going to look into, hopefully before falling
and
to
there
rest
was
tonight.
the case of Rose's wife.
That
Jeez,
was
we have a
also something
lot.
I was gonna speak to Rose about to try to locate as well.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'll speak to the three of you later. I just kind of not very comfortable having Tad around, even though he seems like a nice guy. So.
I was only giving him a drink so he can relax a moment, since teleporting can be heavy on the body. But I am sure he will not hang around, and if he does,
You can kill
I'll
him.
ask him to leave. Unless we decide to hire him. It seemed as if Rose was trying to,
I mean, cult
Turn him
doesn't
off?
seem very. Whoa, okay, what's been going on since I've come up here?
I just was looking at their reactions. It seems as if Rose was trying to interview him. It seems...
I
don't
think we
know.
should just let the poor guy live his life the way he sees fit. So
I mean, we do need a replacement for Martin. We
I
kind
mean,
of owe that to Cult.
that's cult's decision, not ours. So
Still kind of owe it to Cult. That's a whole other
It's okay. He's
thing.
qualified.
But yes, I will go back, and if Tad seems to want to hang out, I will shoo him off.
I mean, there's no rush. We're here for the night anyway.
Yes, but we should still speak before we go to bed. What time is it?
Good question. I'd say probably cresting near the 8 or 9 a.m. kind of time frame.
You know what? You should get some sleep, and I'm gonna send Cult up to the other room to get some sleep. We'll talk when you awaken. I'll wake you both up around noon, so you can at least, or a little later. I'll let you guys get some rest so you're not exhausted.
Well, because we have 2 rooms, if you want to have cult sleeping in the same room as I'm sleeping in, that way you and Rose can talk and do whatever you want in the other one.
We can
Shut
talk.
up.
It's
We
just
can
that
chat in the
Chuck's
bar, it's
eyes
fine.
bugged out of her head when he said that.
I tried to word in the least, like,
We can chat in
You
the
know,
bar.
I-
There's
You
no
forget who
worries.
you're gaming with, though.
I know.
By the way,
I was
hydrate,
like not looking
hydrate.
at her. Okay, okay.
Cheers to that.
Thank you, Shizarino. And posture check as well.
But yes, get some rest. Now that I think of the time, I will wake you up after a couple hours.
It's fine. Just send Colt up here.
I'll mage hand the tray into the room and set it down on a table.
You like to show off, don't you?
I like to make sure that you're somewhat taken care of at least.
It's fine.
Plus, why bend over to pick something up when You don't have to.
Show off that
I mean,
wizard
that's-
badonkadonk.
That's how, yeah.
What badonka-dog? Come on.
I mean, if you want to get Ten's attention, you should probably learn to bend over.
If I'm gonna get his attention, it is because of my intellect and my personality.
Sure.
And you're very nice, but
Teach Nagheim how to twerk.
I'm gonna teach Nagaheim the bend and snap.
The bed did
It's what Rose and Nagaheim are gonna do tonight in their room.
There we go. That's why you guys should have the room to yourselves.
Yeah, Nightime would excuse themselves, head down to the bar, and try to send Colt to sleep.
Well, anyway, Tad.
In our other room. So they have 2 rooms, uninterrupted rest.
Colt finishes his drink and just into the earring. If you guys are gonna stay up, maybe when Tad toddles home, have Albert. I was gonna say Harry. Have Albert maybe track him home just to double check, just for me, just for my mental well-being.
I mean, I could ask him for one last confirmation.
Anyway, Tad, where do you live?
Oh, not too far from here. It's about a day's journey away. It's not too hard to get to and from there.
Oh,
I'm
Gonna go upstairs to the bedroom.
I'm just asking because like we're gonna go to bed and we're probably gonna leave early in the morning. I'm not
worries.
quite
I'm not
sure.
one to like extend a party just
I'm
on
not
my
quite
behalf.
sure what our plans are, so I think we're
Rose.
parting ways right now.
No, don't
Rose,
worry.
It is early. It is a very early in the morning.
That's true.
But-
It's hard to tell when you're underground like this.
Tad,
Hi.
just to put everything at ease. This is very personal, and I promise I will not pry deeper than what is at the surface, but if you would allow me to look into your memories to just fully confirm everything of the past 24 hours.
I mean, no. With all due respect, I mean, I was pretty forthright with you folks. I let you kind of feel me up and everything. And we've been here for a good long while, and I don't think I have any of my weapons, and they do cost quite a bit, you know.
Oh,
you've
they're right
kind
over
of-
there in that chair,
Oh, thank you. That's very kind
right
of you.
beside you.
Thank you.
We would not
where's my
let
coin
you
purse?
leave without it. Your what?
My coin purse?
Colt,
We didn't take that from you.
where is his coin purse?
I went upstairs.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
earring.
through the earring.
Colt,
Cole,
Cole,
I
did
don't
you
know.
take his fucking coin
I
purse?
didn't take his
Cole.
coin purse. I promise you.
did you actually take his coin purse?
Am I known to
Come on.
steal a whole lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guy is from the middle of nowhere. Come
He's-
on.
He's a
don't have
day's
it.
travel from home.
I promise I don't have it. Promise on.
Okay, it's probably with the rest of his stuff then. Can he double
If it-
check?
If it
Are
is
you sure
not
it's
in
not in
there,
that
how
pile of
much
stuff?
gold were you supposed to have?
Well, I remember what I came with my travel money, and then there was snack food and everything, plus what we got up
my
front.
milk money.
It was about 250 gold.
Rose is gonna look at. I'm gonna look at the pile of stuff just to make sure the coin purse is not there on the chair.
I'll say this:
Nighttime?
if nobody took it while he was giving it up in the thing, then it's probably back in the maze.
No one took it.
Yeah, that's fair. I wasn't like pointing fingers, but it's not on him.
None of us
Oh,
have it.
Shit, it's not on us. Yeah, we're not in the business.
However,
of
I want to make sure you get home safely. So I'll at least give you 50 gold. I apologize. It might
I'm
be
just
back
gonna
in the
go.
maze.
I'm just gonna go.
And you see him, Charlie Brown, sad music.
I'm gonna mage hand over 50 gold to him.
And
Like, as
Tad,
he's getting ready, I'll mage hand the gold into, like, a pouch of his.
okay. And he makes his sad,
I don't want
sullen
him to
way
die.
out
Like, this is so
from this
sad.
underground tavern,
Wait,
out to the sunset or sunrise,
Oh.
never to be seen again,
Unless he's the BBG.
because somebody kills him for the 50 gold once he reaches the outside.
That was awkward.
Magheim
right,
is just gonna
Magheim?
look at Rose and be like,
That
I
was awkward.
swear, if Cult took that gold,
I mean, he says he didn't. Why would he? He's rich.
we've heard we've heard the talk of the struggles with the family needing to, like, not throw gold around everywhere. We've heard that,
Oh, well,
but
okay, fine, but that doesn't mean that he would steal. Would he steal? Oh my god, is our friend a thief?
Yes.
Rose,
It's my whole
Uh,
thing.
I'm not sure how to fully tell you this, but all of us as a group aren't really on the, like, best side of the law entirely.
No, I mean, I get that, but we're like on the okay side of the law. Like, we don't do bad things on purpose. Like, bad things tend to happen when we're around, but it's not because, like,
I
we
should
want
say,
to or
bad
we
things
try.
tend to happen to us.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, we don't cause bad things. Or we're not like, we don't intend.
Intentionally.
I think the only time we intended to cause trouble was like that one time when, like, Viri and I, we'd put like bubbles in the fountain, but that was like a fun crime. That was not like a mean crime.
I would say the genocide. But bubbles is a
What's a
good. You know what?
genocide?
Keep the bubbles in mind.
What's a genocide?
Rose doesn't know.
It's probably better that you don't know. But remember this. I had a deity outside of my own bless those affected by what was happened. Well, their spirits, at least.
Sometimes I feel like you talk in riddles. And I don't fully understand what you're trying to say. Like, I understand the individual words that you say, Nagaheim. I've been meaning to tell you this. Like, I understand the individual words, but like when you put them together, I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you get that from other
Sometimes.
people?
Usually not. But sometimes, as a saying goes, I believe it is, ignorance is best. I'll say it in Elven.
Okay,
Like,
no,
I
no,
will
we're
say
gonna
in
switch back
Elven.
to Elven.
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not ignorant.
You may not be ignorant in general, but on a topic, somebody may be ignorant on their lack of knowledge on it. And sometimes that is for the better. Sometimes. But I will
You're better
explain
at
it all to
articulating
you.
in Elven.
It's a lot easier to speak in Elven
Yeah.
when it is the language you have been raised on.
And then the server
That's your new mouse.
brings a beautiful loaf of bread to our table.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
I would, however, like it,
Oh,
Rose.
it's
if-
turning. It's turning. It's turning. It's turning. Why is it
It
turning?
is. The camera is turning. The camera
It's
is
a
slowly
panning
turning.
shot.
Look at the background. I
Yeah.
see the baby.
I see cats.
Yeah.
Rose, if anything comes up, please let me know. And Nagheim's eyes will go white. And I will cast Scrying one last time.
Okay.
on, I can't remember her name, the blob of goo that we let out.
Lorelei Kinehurst.
Lorelei.
Okay, go for it.
So it's a wisdom saving throw by her.
I can tell you right now, it doesn't work.
Oh. Where did she run off to?
We have no idea.
I'll try contacting her. Eventually. Oh yeah. I guess we'll just chat and waste time until like 1 o'clock-ish where we can wake everyone up.
Sorry, was Cult and Viria going for a long rest?
I mean, I would assume so, since
That's sort of what I'm thinking. So,
Okay.
if we're
So
thinking
you're looking
8
at like
hours.
5 or 6.
yeah, like yeah.
But we
I
can
mean,
fast forward
unless-
to that.
Yeah, unless we just want to push the long rest back to that night.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
I
of doing
can-
a
I
short
can make
rest
it
and
through.
then post
Yeah, okay,
pushing it.
that works.
Okay,
So we'll
yeah.
take a nap then.
Okay.
We'll nap. Meantime,
Spooning.
in the meantime, how do I talk? As Colt gets up into the room and he sort of sits on the other side of the bed, he's just like slowly takes off his boots and a bunch of sand like pours out of it and he goes, ugh. And, how are you? I'm gonna guess not good.
It's a weird place to be, I'll be honest.
Are you relieved at least?
Yeah, I mean, when he had the... I realize now that he was bluffing the entire time, but when I thought you guys were in danger, yeah, it wasn't... It's weird, because I had wanted, to take my vengeance on this man for the longest time. But yeah, I was ready to let that go instantly as soon as you three were in danger, and I didn't think I would. A few months ago, I probably wouldn't have.
Would that be called the power of friendship?
He could have killed us afterwards anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, the power of friendship.
Yeah,
We
I'm
are-
just happy you're okay.
How are you?
Oh,
What's that's it's a big dragon in your body with the scary.
is it weird to say I'm relieved?
No, not at all. Not at all. You didn't seem like yourself when.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
were-
I thought I didn't. First, I thought I was doing the right thing, but then Thorndyke.
He really gets into people's heads, like,
Yeah,
to a stunning degree.
yeah. I thought maybe Saphira had tricked me, but I guess not.
What's the deal? I mean, we're sort of led to believe that white dragons are, inherently bad.
Well, she's called the Betrayer because she betrayed other chromatic dragons.
That's good.
Yeah, they killed her mate and her children, then yeah.
Well, I can't very well blame her for betraying them.
Well, that's because she betrayed them. She turned her back on them. And they retaliated, and that's how she got imprisoned into the shard.
Do you think this is gonna... I don't want to say Saphira is using you, but she's kind of walking around inside of you right now. Or you're walking around
I mean,
with her. and-
I do want to try to talk to her, because in the end, she did end up choosing me in a way. She could have just gone off with Thorndyke.
I'm just, do you know what happened to those she betrayed and who enacted vengeance upon her?
Nope.
Because Dragon's memories is, from what I've read in stories, their memories and their grudges are long. Longer than anything we can even imagine. Longer than what even Nagheim and Rose will experience.
I mean, she helped me with my grudge, and now I guess I intend on helping her with hers. I don't really see it as a bad thing, considering what happened to her, so.
Well, I know I'm not, like, the smartest, but let me just say this, is, if you talk to her, make sure you draw a line in the sand.
Alright, I do intend on talking to Kieran Sari about this as well.
Good, because, vengeance can be like a fire that consumes everything, and when you're standing alone in a world of ash, who are you gonna be friends with then?
Oh. I just point to him.
And he gets up and sort of sits beside her and puts like a friendly arm around her shoulder and
Tell me if this is uncomfortable, because dragon arm.
kind of like inspects it a little. Is it cold to the touch?
What? Yeah. Not like you're not taking damage or anything from it being that cold, but yeah, it's got a chill to it.
Well, good thing we're in Marquette, because and he just sort of takes like her knuckles and like, oh, that's nice. Oh, nice and cold. Oh, I've made it weird. Okay, nap time. And he sort of goes and dances over to the bed.
So, because my memory is short today, we're doing a short rest or a long rest?
This is a short rest. They're gonna have a nap, and then I guess we're gonna head home.
Okay. Well, time passes by fairly quickly. So I'd say, yeah, now about noon, 1 p.m., you guys would be awake.
Yeah, Nagheim would be like, Rose,
Yes.
I'll wake up cults. If you want to go... have fun waking up Fury. Like, genuinely have fun doing it. Might put a smile on her face.
Okay.
Do whatever you think. We're gonna go into the room, and I will softly wake up Colt. But you, give her a good wake up.
Okay.
Perfect. And we'll go up to the room, and when Rose is getting like prepared, Nagheim would quietly wake up Colt.
Make a stealth check.
Guidance. A 10.
Have I taught you nothing?
I rolled a 3. So the fact
That's
that I'm
a
getting a
bad.
10 out of a 3.
And Colt and Vieri make a perception check, I guess. At disadvantage because you're asleep.
I mean, would it be passive perception?
I hate that, so no.
Okay.
Yeah, Jason doesn't do passive.
No.
There's advantage.
7! 7! You do it!
Well,
Who's my good wizard?
No.
Yeah. So Colt is asleep, but Vieri kind of like, oh, and she's up. You spook farted her.
So,
Ugh, Nagheim.
Absolutely not.
While
And if you
this is
guys wait
going
a few
on.
seconds, the gas does go to lower regions where Cult was chivalrous enough to sleep on the floor this evening and wafts over.
So wait,
Absolutely not.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh snap!
You know what? It's not a white dragon.
I have actually I have
It's a
I have
green one.
advantage on Constitution saving throws right.
Would it be?
It's a green one.
12.
Poison.
12 will say that just suffices. You kind of like, Nell, and just keep going to sleep.
And I get out of bed, and I'm not aware Colt is sleeping on the ground, so I step on his head.
Oh,
I did not my thing to wake you up.
Oh, what are you doing there? I told you we could share the
Bill
bed.
grabs
Fine.
her ankle and then swings his like leg up to like go up and across her body to like get her on the floor.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Unarmed attack.
Yeah.
Okay, both of you wake
Roll
up.
an acrobatics check. Let's go. Dexterity save. Ah.
I mean, if Nagheim was seeing it happening, Nagheim would put the cane out to like get in the way of the foot. To be like, wake up.
Oh. Where am I? Oh,
Don't-
why does it smell in here?
That was Nagaheim.
It was absolutely not.
Can I make a
I-
persuasion check?
Yeah.
Deception,
Deception,
because
yeah.
I'm lying. Yeah. Oh fuck me! That was a 2, so 11.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, likely story.
Too
Yeah,
honest.
Cult, at this point, when Viri says, "Who's Nagheim?" You've all spent countless nights in the bubble together. You're familiar with, like,
I know
the
everyone's
colors
I'm
of the winds that come out of
lactose-
everybody.
I'm lactose intolerant. Okay.
Don't call me out like this.
Well,
So, it
I mean,
is-
I think the only escape from this gas pit is to go home. What do you guys think?
I
Well.
like that.
the ship is no longer here. I tried to see if I could peer into the location of our lost foe. And Liliana, I believe it was, and
Lorelai.
Lorelai.
Oh, you're the one supposed to have a good memory.
We are
Anyway.
flabbergasted.
I was unable to, and I feel as if she is currently not on this plane of existence, or she has something protecting her from view. She has looked into our memories. When I rest, I do tend to try to contact the Enchantress to make sure she is good in health. But
Can you try scrying on Agnon?
I have to wait 24 hours from when I did. So
That's
tomorrow,
right. I'm sorry.
I will.
That won't be long enough. How long were we asleep?
Only a couple hours.
Okay.
Enough to rest. It is about mid-afternoon. Or early afternoon, sorry.
Can we go home now?
Hang will put out their hand.
Before we teleport back, I'm just gonna put my hand out, but I'm gonna scoop the 3 of them into a big hug as well.
And I'm gonna yell, "Moon, prison power!"
Oh my god.
Way
Get
to
out of
ruin
here.
the cute moment. Gonna quit. I'm out. Bye.
Go back to your fries,
no,
Fred.
come back. I don't want any more fries.
Nagheim will rest their head on top of Viria's head.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good hug. It's a good, hearty, need it hug.
I squeeze your hand,
And she just impales her hand on my hand.
And I say thank you.
Take us home, Colt.
And Colt takes the ring and puts it on his finger.
Well, as you go to reach for where the ring is usually housed, you discover that when you reach down, you actually do go home. There you go. Hey!
It was like, oh, you
Heart
bullshitter!
attack.
I don't want to go home by mundane means.
It would have been from me anyway, the fuck?
Can you imagine?
As if I
That's
don't have
very,
that
very true.
teleportation circle memorized.
All right. So, you all arrive in the front lobby of the Cultivarius estate. It is about midday. Yeah, because you guys are fairly close. Well, no, I guess it'd be getting close to sunset at this point because you're a little bit a ways away from the time zone of where you were before. So the sun is setting a little quicker. But yeah, you all arrive. Everything seems to be as you left it. Maybe a bit cleaner because I think it was relatively soon after the ball, the Winter's Crest ball that you guys had taken off in the first place. So yeah, everything seems to be squared away.
Colt,
Yeah.
the ring.
Oh, yeah.
4th level spell slot into the ring. Immediately.
Yeah. Good on you. Good on you. Colt's gonna holler into the house. Dance!
Ah,
Fuck off!
my ear.
Fuck off! Everything's alright. And he's gonna go to the kitchen.
I would like some tea, actually, Colt.
I'll bring it to you, or you can come and have it in the kitchen.
I'm really hungry. I'll follow you.
I'll head to the dining room table.
Ooh,
I don't need food, just a teapot.
Yeah, yeah. And is
you.
Magda around?
Why did I mute everything? I did
Why
this
did
great
you?
big and it just fell on deaf ears, literally.
As cute as we are, he gets sick of our shit.
What? No.
No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
Well, hello, Master. Welcome home. Lovely to see you again.
Oh, so good to see you.
Ah.
Is it too late for dinner?
It's
Did we miss
never
it?
too late. You sit yourself down. Let me fix something up for you here.
Oh, I'm actually gonna head to the baths while she does that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Well,
Fucking deserts.
yeah, we're gonna clean up. We just got back from Marquette, so there's sand everywhere, Magda. Have you
Oh.
been?
Well, your parents took us there one year, just to kind of experience the world a little bit, maybe pick up a few bit of cuisine recipes. I can't talk right now. Fucking go to your bath. Fucking here's some food coming up and.
Nagheim's actually, you know what? I've got it, and Colt will put on a pot to boil. Well, there's always usually water boiling in the big fire, and Colt will arrange a tea set for Nagheim and drop it off before he goes upstairs to the baths as well.
Cool, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Colt gives Nagheim a good tussle on his hair, on their head.
I'll pull out the ponytail and be like, already ruined it. My hair fall.
They take the ponytail out, and then when they kind of
Yeah.
don't look at me, I'm
Maybe
hideous.
they're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's why you're a time wizard, so it slows down. So when you go,
Yeah, it's
Literally
Baywatch.
the only reason.
But because it's
Baywatch.
slowed down, the face is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All
At least
right.
the hair looks good.
So you guys are back home at the Cultivarius estate. It's getting close to evening. Some of you are, the elves, they're coming up on the end of their long rest, and you guys only had a short rest, and it's wearing a bit on you guys, but the rest of the evening is yours until you feel like nodding off.
While I'm drinking tea, I would, through the earring, as long as Rose is comfortable, ask for a vivid description of her wife, so I could scry on her.
Did Rose hear that?
If she accepts it.
Nagaheim, I'm in the bath right now.
Yes.
Is this...
However, I want
No.
to see if I can, because we still have to deal with that, no matter how much you want to push it off.
It can wait. It...
No, because I have to use a
And Rose
very
takes off the earring.
high level spell slot to do it when I don't go to
Nagheim,
bed.
maybe you can ask her again tomorrow.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of energy out of me, and if we have to do other things, it can put me at a severe disadvantage. It takes a 5th level spell slot. I have very limited of those.
Nagheim, you
That
know
was not
I
a very
appreciate.
trauma-informed question way of asking, so she says no.
Yes, I know she wants to avoid it all, and she can avoid it as long as she wants. However, this
mean-
is an issue we have to deal with
We
one
will
way or
deal-
another.
We will deal with it, just not tonight.
As long as Rose ignores it, we will be unable to.
We won't
So
be
it's time
dealing
for
with it,
her to grow
Nagaheim.
up. She has somebody very important to her that is a threat to innocent people that we have to deal with, whether she likes it or not.
It won't happen tonight.
It can start tonight.
None of us are in good enough shape to deal with this tonight anyway.
Knowledge is power, and the more we know, the better.
Respect her boundaries.
Her boundaries are preventing us from stopping a murderer.
I'll remind you.
Remember that.
I'll remind you, you disrespected mine already today. You're on
Yes.
thin ice.
To
I'm
make
avoiding
sure
the subject
we
for
did
now
not die.
because we're all tired.
If it comes down to protecting us and making sure we make it out alive, rules are broken.
Well, good luck with that on your own, and I'm taking my earring off as well.
Colt's gonna get out of the bath and just wrap, like soaking wet, and wrap a towel around his waist and go find Nagheim. Where you at, boo?
Nagheim is still at the kitchen table or the dining room table, sipping tea.
And Colt's gonna sit across, pretty much naked, with the exception of the towel. You gotta ease up, mate.
There is a
Just-
lot
I know.
we need to
I
deal
know.
with.
I know. You gotta ease up just for
And-
tonight. We've been through a lot today.
We have been through a lot. However, it has been driving me more and more upset that Rose still tries to hide as much as she can. How she still avoids the discussion. She let us know that her wife is a murderer and something that now we all have to deal with. And
Okay.
she still refuses to admit it fully to herself.
Okay, fair enough. I can understand why you're angry. However, we've just been through some shit. Rest.
Yes.
We need to
But-
calm down.
We must remember that my abilities can only be pushed for so much during a day.
What's
And
the
if we
definition-
use extra bits in the morning, that means those parts are unavailable if it is needed.
Colt with a wet hand is gonna grab Nagheim's wrist and look into their eyes, like seriously, like very focused. How far has this approach gotten you in the past?
I have lived a life where everything I have known is a lie, and I was just going by what I was told.
Okay. Patience. Just give us one night to recover. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Teleports the fuck out. It's like, I don't want to hear it! I don't want to hear it!
I cannot wait for the
I'm
day.
right. I'm right.
Never. 'Cause
Peace
I'm
out.
gone.
All right? Because
We can only pretend.
you can
for
keep
so
trying
long.
to talk about it over and over again, but you're just gonna you're upsetting me right now. You've upset Viria, and of course Rose is upset. We're all upset.
We are.
And we understand. We've heard you. We've heard your words. They make sense. We just can't right now.
Do you know what upsets me? And it has shown through what we all went through. I've multiple times have said what we should do. And everyone went, oh, but. And it shows that when I speak, when it's the logical way to move forward, it has fallen on deaf ears. So you think for a moment, how does it feel when you are saying, we need to do this, and then watching your friend suffer the consequences because they decided to delay it? If it's happened once to one friend, now by delaying, do you not think something bad will happen to the other? And it may not be directly to her, but every death that happens to the cultists, to other innocent people, while she decides to ignore what's happening, is on her and us, because we are aware of the situation and we are not dealing with it.
Well, you're not wrong, but you're being an asshole about this. And Colt's gonna take the earring off and drop it on the table. And he's gonna walk away. I'm sorry, Xander, I love you.
If they do that, Nagheim will head up to the maze, but without telling a soul that they are going there.
And where is Viria and Rose?
Still in the baths.
In the
Just
bath,
took the earring
chatting
off.
away.
Perfect.
Just
Because
like-
it's about that time that another figure walks into the washroom. Ladies, brilliant to see you home. How do you fare? As Tens begins to disrobe and get into the middle bath.
Oh, hi, Ten.
Hello.
I
It has been exhausting. But something tells me you two have had not the best of days.
There's still sand in my crack.
Yeah, you know, Marquette is a
That
rough place
is
to be.
poetry to my ears. Thank you for that visual image.
Mhm.
So,
You should be honored. It's a very nice
I
crack.
am so honored.
What have you been up to, Ten?
Family affairs. I'm sure if I went on about it, I'd bore you to death because it would bore me to death. It's so tedious sometimes.
I mean, if you want to tell us, we're actually interested.
Rose looks at Veer. Interested?
I appreciate that. I do. I'm sorry. I believe I've come here under false pretenses. The walls are thick, but this estate does tend to have an amazing echo. while I don't think it's my place to speak on their behalf, I get that there is some tension between you and a particular member of your group. And I'm not going to pry, but I'm just going to ask if you are all right. And if you need anything.
I'll look to Rose.
I think everything is fine. We just need to talk things out tomorrow.
I think,
We're all
I mean,
tired from traveling. Yeah.
it's a case of everyone being right in their own way, and all of us being tired as well.
Hmm.
Mm.
I've had my fair
that's
share of
well
that with
put.
Archie and Nell. I mean, we're three completely different individuals. I'd like to think I'm the best of the bunch, but you know, I'm kind of biased in that opinion. But yes, we all come at everything in life from three different perspectives, and we try to find the best approach, and sometimes that does come off rather heated. Sometimes I throw a punch or two, which of course my brother retaliates, and then Nell pulls us apart, and then our parents
Wait,
get involved.
you
And
punching someone,
I didn't say I did it well.
you could have, I mean, you must have broken your hand or something a few times then.
Well,
It's all dainty.
Colt's soft little boy.
yes. As my brother would tell you, his face is very punchable. I'm sure Rose knows what I'm talking about by that giggle.
I mean, I've never punched your brother, but I've seen him take a few.
Oh,
I
come
think-
on. There has to have been some time in all your travels where you thought, maybe just one little shot at the jaw.
I don't recall an occasion.
Well, give it time.
Rose looks at Viri and be like, "I?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so."
Yes, well, this isn't the first time we've butted heads. It'll be okay. I think we just need some time.
All right. Well, won't take up too much of your time. I just need to feel just a little clean. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. See you all in the morning, yes? Or are you going somewhere right away? Is this a long stay or a short stay?
I don't think we know yet.
All right.
I mean, we'll be here for the night and the morning, at the very least.
Well, then I shall see you in the morning. And he takes his leave.
You know, Viri, just because I'm not crying or I'm not, sullen about something, it doesn't mean that I'm, not terrified about things.
No?
What?
What made you... I said I know. What made you think I didn't think as much?
Well, I mean, I think maybe Nagaheim sometimes struggle on maybe appreciating that. What they were asking earlier, like wanting information about Eri. I understand all of that, but it really came out of nowhere. That whole
I told them
she did just capture me for an entire week and torture me. Like, why would I want to suddenly talk about that? Like, I understand the importance of like going after her and giving description and all that, but that came out of the blue, and that was so random.
I told them
Shocked
as
me.
much. I mean, you will need to talk about this because what you said she did, that's a lot. And if we're able to stop her in any way, then we have to do that. It's just that I told them as much that now probably wasn't the time for it.
And everything she did after, I had no knowledge.
What do you mean after?
Well, like, which what she's up to right now. She didn't kill anyone when I was. I'm the one who tried to kill her.
Oh, you mean when you were married to her?
Yeah.
And I recall you saying that you
She
tried to
wanted
kill her because, yes,
She
was
wanted
talking
to
about
kill
it.
people. So that's why I mean, I thought I did a good job of killing her. Evidently, I'm not very good at. I was not good at that.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
you're pretty good killing people in general. That's a weird thing to say.
I know what you mean. Yeah, defeating.
But you didn't know until very recently that she was still alive and still doing her stuff, whatever the fuck that is. And I apologized because I dragged you onto my own personal thing.
That's fine.
But
Wait,
we will take care of this. It's just now is not the right time. We're all tired. You'll have a lot to think about.
I mean,
I think Nagaheim is also still feeling guilt over what happened in Luthansia.
yeah. I
That's why
suppose
they're so passionate about this. But I mean, they told me just this morning they wanted to work on keeping a level head, and I think this is a good time to work on that.
They talked yesterday about genocide, but I didn't know what that meant. So
And do you now?
no. I asked what
It
meant.
means, very roughly, it means killing a very large group of people.
Oh.
Which is what happened in their birth town, city.
I see.
So, yes, I think they are in a way maybe projecting some of that onto you, which is unfair to you. But we will have to talk about this. You understand that, right?
No, I understand. I just,
Okay.
I mean, I think Ari thinks I'm dead. She left me for dead.
Well,
I don't.
We'll have the jump on her.
That's. I've been thinking about that because I know we eventually. Like, I'm not stupid, you know.
No,
I
I don't.
I
Think you're
don't. I
stupid,
don't.
Rose.
I don't want her to hurt the cultists. That's why I did what I did.
Yeah, you did. In a
But-
very twisted way, you did the right thing.
I think this time I'd like to make sure I don't rush into it. If I'm gonna try to for a second
that-
time, you know?
What you want.
I
I mean, we have to stop her. That's for
that's
sure.
what it takes for her to, you know, not hurt people, yeah? I did it once, I'll do it again.
All right.
I mean, I didn't quite succeed, but you know what I mean.
Well, I think you should tell Nagaheim that tomorrow, not tonight.
Thank you for listening to me.
It's okay. And I'll just splash her a bit.
Oh my god, I was gonna do that. Oh. Funk, funk. And eventually, we get out, and I go to bed.
Same thing?
Food!
Food. All right, you head back down to the kitchen, and you see a warm, simmering pot of a thick and just chunky chicken broth, and little broken pieces of crumbly bread and cheeses. Just hearty stuff to kind of fill you up a little bit.
Inhales it.
Absolutely. Colt, what were you doing?
I don't know, stomping around naked.
Like you do in your own home? I don't know.
I guess. This is my state. Colt would have probably helped himself to food and he probably would have gone to check on Rose. Maybe with a few books.
Okay.
And if Rose is still awake, he's
Rose
just
is
gonna
awake.
scratch on the door.
Owl?
There you go.
Come
Rose,
in.
it's me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, come in, Culpt.
And he goes in, and it's like fluffiest house coat. And he comes.
And as you go to close the door behind you, you see an orange cat just make their way inside before you shut the door behind them.
And he sits on one of the chairs in the room, kind of looks at Rose. She goes, "Oh, is someone purring?" That was perfect. I thought I'd put you to bed with a story, Rose.
Oh, I like that. What do you think,
Would-
Owl? Do you want a story?
And then Owl responds,
Meow.
I panicked and I pushed the wrong button. I'm so sorry. Here, let's try it again. Let's try it again.
"What do you think, Owl?"
Thank you.
I hit the dragon voice. I'm like, oh no.
I'm quitting. No.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, my camera's not staying still. It just keeps moving around. And Colt is going to put his feet up and get Rose all, well, he's going to get Rose all cozy and comfy. He's going to put his feet up, and he's going to open one of his earliest journals that he has been writing for years and years and years and years. And he starts off with a tale of the time he had begged his dad to build them a tree house, and he did, and it was a very fine tree house. And how him and Tens decided to be the sexist little jerks and not let Nell come up into the treehouse. They said boys only. And then he tells of how Nell stormed the treehouse and took them prisoner, and then Tens fell out of the treehouse in a scuffle and broke his arm, and how terrible they felt afterwards. And the father, Gazak, just, boys will be boys and girls will be girls, but his children would always be his children, and they were always going to fight, and they were never going to get along, but they would always love each other. And then Mavis just tore into them. Just, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, kind of.
Now face the wooden spoon.
No. Oh no, Mavis's weapons are always psychological. She's not known as the Viper for nothing. And he finishes up the story and checks to see if Rose is still awake or if she's asleep.
Dozing off.
Alright.
Well, that's a nice story. I'd like a treehouse.
I'll take you to the treehouse. It's still in the woods behind the house. Hasn't
As
seen.
long as you don't push me out of it.
I won't. I don't think I could. I'd end up on the ground.
Yeah, you would.
And he gets up and kisses Rose on the forehead and scratches Owl, and he leaves the room. And he goes over and scratches on Nagheim's door.
Nagheim's not there.
We could be able to figure out where Nagheim might be.
Make an intelligence check.
I'm like, I don't want to push it or metagame, but I'll leave it to the dice. That's a 10. Should have guidance myself.
Nope.
gonna just shove the journal under the door and then go to bed.
Okay. So, the next morning comes. Everybody's feeling a little sluggish. Some of the aches and pains of being in the desert and everything. All of you do have a bit of like cotton mouth because you're adjusting from a very dry climate to this newer climate, and it's just your tongue is just kind of sticking to the roof of your mouth a little more than you'd like. But you all regain a long rest. You can get all your hit points back,
Oh, hit point.
and you are all level 13.
Whoa! Oh my god. Fucking sweet.
The rude sandstorm.
Oh my god. Do I pick a level in barbarian or bard?
Oh my god. I
guess we'll do this post game.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the day is yours. What's the plan?
Nagheim had slept in the bubble out in the maze, just taking time to themselves. And in the morning would take time still.
So the rest of you eventually come down to the dining hall. Breakfast is being laid out by Magda and some of the other help. And yeah, you have your pick of breakfast delights.
How is it going? Tens? Is Tens there?
No.
I should probably check. Damn it!
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I have to go to the bathroom, but
Sure, we'll make it a quick one. Okay, we're going to take a quick little 5 minutes
Another
bathroom break. Just a run. And then we'll be right back. All right, hang tight,
I love
folks.
everyone.
We know.
Yeah,
we
we do.
know.
Hello, welcome back, everybody. So, the day is new. Everybody's at the breakfast table. What would we like to accomplish? Not all at once.
No, all right.
I'm there.
No,
not
they
yet, no.
were. They mentioned they were still in the hedge maze.
Then Rose will be like, where's Nagam?
I mean, we can see if
To be-
they're willing to talk. Are you?
Well, I mean, like, maybe not first thing in the morning, but like maybe start with, hi, how are
Rose?
you?
Of course, obviously. But
But
you know, you're gonna have to talk about this.
Yeah, no, I agree. Maybe if it, let's see what their mood is and then go from there.
I mean, we can. Do you want me to tell them that you're willing to talk?
Yes.
All right. I've got the earring back on, so I'll go. Good morning, Nagheim.
Yeah, earring back on.
Sorry for snapping last night. Rose is willing to talk if you are. We're at the breakfast table.
I need more time. I am sorry for being very pushy. However, these are very serious situations that we've been through and in. And I would like more time to think.
We understand that. Take the time you need. All right. It's kind of weird though that they were such in a hurry last night.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to talk with them about it, and it
Oh.
was just like, once they've got their teeth in bone, they just don't want to let go of it. Like, they're so focused, and I can appreciate the focus, but I called them an asshole.
I mean,
Maybe that was a bit unnecessary.
Yeah. I tried to go read them a story last night like I did with you, Rose.
Wait, why did I not get a story? That's unfair.
I didn't think you'd be
I'm-
interested, frankly.
I read. I carry books around. Anyway,
It was just about me.
okay.
Well, if you're a good girl, you'll get a story tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Girl,
Oh, that's not what I meant.
No.
I mean, we could have a. Oh.
So does Catalina get a lot of story time then?
Yes, she does.
We don't do a lot of talking, son. But she's read some.
Yes,
of my
you
work.
do. Shut your dirty mouth.
Oh, they're talking? Are you
No,
sure it's
no,
healthy
we
for your
talk-
relationship?
If we do talk, I was just making a.
You
sex
talk
joke.
while doing it, or
Sometimes.
okay?
Do you read stories to her while doing it?
No.
They
no,
act
no.
out stories when they're doing it.
Wow. It's I think I might go for
Oh, Tens, sit in with us. We're embarrassing your brother.
Not there. No.
nuts. Well, once we figure out what we're going to do, I would very much like to go visit the rest of my family. But I'll wait until we know what we're gonna do. You know what? I have not seen the horses in quite some time, so I'm gonna. And he just
I
like,
mean, do you want to go for a ride or something? I don't have anything better to do right now.
do you guys want to go for a ride?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, we're waiting for Nagheim to be ready to speak to us, so.
I would love to go for a ride. I haven't gone for a ride for fun in like forever.
Likewise.
All right, let's go for a ride.
Perfect.
When you are at the horses, can you see the hedge maze from there?
No.
No? Okay. Because there is a big black dome in the middle of it. And Nighttime is just sitting in the darkness thinking for a moment.
Maybe we'll spot it once we go out on the
Right by.
trails.
Yeah.
You're going the opposite way.
Your version of my neighborhood is different from mine.
Yeah.
But we'll go with yours.
Okay.
So Colt will take them to the stables, and this comes down to what horses do we have?
Good question,
I mean,
guys.
our horses are back.
Our
Yeah,
horses are back.
We've been
I
over
just
this.
forget their names.
Yeah,
And we
Cream.
have the family horses as
Baby.
well are back.
Okay.
I'm
Tends
going
to
for.
take them out on his little sojourn.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna ride Potato.
Yeah, I'm going for Cream.
That leaves you Gravy, I think.
Actually,
gravy.
Colt's going to take Nevermore out.
Okay.
His father's big black stallion. He's a grumpy horse and he needs the exercise. He's an old horse. He needs to go out and get exercise. But he does go and talk to Gravy and is like, "Oh, don't worry, next time." And
Gravy takes a little nip at you.
oh, Gravy.
Aw.
So you're as grumpy as Nevermore. And Colt saddles them up, or they all saddle up, and Colt will take them to the expansive grounds where they can ride free along trails or in open fields, and it's lovely.
Everybody make an animal handling check.
Oh, baby.
Ooh, not bad. 19.
Amazing.
Ooh.
You guys are all confident on the back of your horses. Even, oh my god, what was the name of your father's horse? Princess?
Nevermore.
Nevermore. There we go. In one ear, out the other sometimes, guys.
That's yeah, that's so close.
Shut up! Mind you, shut up! So yes, Colt, you lead them on a few trails that you've all enjoyed as a family from time to time, and some places that, you know, you've taken some people to impress them once they're on the ground or on the grounds or visiting.
Probably not.
What?
That's
Nothing.
the hermitage where we did it, and that is the bush where we did it, and
Oh.
that's the tree where we climbed up and did it in.
I honestly wasn't sure if she burped or not. I was like, what
Oh
was
my
that? Okay. But yeah, you make an early afternoon jaunt of exploring the grounds and kind of like reminiscing a little bit to your friends about like some of the things that you've done as a family and with friends over the years, and just pointing out like little hideaway spots that aren't known to many. So if your friends feel like they need a little kind of time to themselves, you kind of just like, hey, this is good for just being out of prying eyes. This is good for if you want like, you know, some nature distraction kind of stuff, you know. But yeah, they get a little more familiar with the grounds, just not the estate itself.
It's so much more than the house.
Oh yeah. Rich history, even before you guys got there.
Goes with being rich, I guess. Thank you. Yay, riding horses.
I used up all my improv on that story.
Sorry, in my brain when Rose was going, do, I was thinking Mortal Kombat.
No, it was Tunactunactun.
Well, do you guys want to spar maybe?
Yeah,
Ooh, we haven't done that in a
let's go to the
And,
trail.
and then as he's about to finish his sentence, he looks at the two beasts in front of him and are like, how about you guys go first? I'm Yeah, you guys go first.
Do you want to try and team up against Rose? No magic allowed.
What, like hand to hand, like wrestling?
Yeah.
Oh, like with practice weapons.
We could do practice weapons. Rose?
Are you okay
Of
with taking the
course.
both of us on? Because Colt looks a little uncomfortable.
Of course.
I mean, I'm more of like a dodger and
And it's fine, I'll just throw you at her to distract her, and then I'll hit her.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it'll
fun.
be like a magic missile. Little reference to the
Yeah, in a way, Colt is
No.
magical, so yeah, that works. But yeah. Oh,
If you know,
fucking
you
Chog, I
know.
miss you.
Fucking shock.
Could I talk to one of the ghosts today?
If you want to.
I would like to take proficiency in athletics again, thank you.
Sure.
Oh, sweet. Sure. Colt will lead them towards the where they would fence and spar.
Okay. All right. So, as you get a little bit of a clearing, there are certain things laid out on the grounds. It's kind of a circular open space within like the surrounding trees. And you do see that there are kind of laid out rings, almost like if they were going to be like for points and all that kind of stuff. You would dictate like you get your partner backed up to this, and if they, fall there, then you get a certain amount of points. If you fall over here, a certain amount of points. So it's almost like a half-assed dartboard of sorts, but it's also kind of like marked out in certain ways that it's also mapping out certain battle strategies that maybe Gazok has tried to convey to his family over the years. But with that, I will get everybody.
Roll initiative.
Ooh. Oh, snap.
If Albert flying around would happen to get vision on them, Nightheim would slowly make their way.
Okay.
Making her way. That's a 22 for Cookie
Oh,
Boy.
we're getting rated by Pull and Poignant Pièce d'Or.
Woo!
Hello,
you.
friends. Bonjour, les
Welcome,
amis.
Raiders.
Merci, merci.
We love you. Were you playing D&D? We're just doing a bit of friendly sparring between party members, normal stuff.
All right. So first up is Cult.
I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. 22.
Excellent, excellent. Who are you aiming for?
Oh no, wait, that's my initiative.
Oh,
sorry.
you're first up is what I meant.
What are we fighting with here?
Hello, people.
Is this unarmed or?
I'll say you make your attacks as normal, whatever you're going to be doing. We'll just say it's either the pummel strikes or, yeah, because you guys didn't think to like get fake weapons or anything like that. So we'll say like pummel strikes, but with weapons.
Well, Gazak's like training ring would have like an assortment of wooden swords, but it would have had to be like put in a shed, not out in the air. Okay, so I will attack Rose with Mentor's Hand.
Go for it. 18.
That's yeah.
Rose, does
Does
that
that
hit?
hit?
You just muted yourself.
I muted
well, I'll
myself
have
and
you
I
know.
looked at it. I was like, "What's going on?" Yes, it does hit.
Excellent. All right, so that's 9 points of. This will all be bludgeoning damage, no matter what it says. And yeah, I'll say none of you are probably allies. So unless you get like some hidden thing or some bonus that you come up with, probably no sneak attack damage. If that's cool. Cult.
Oh, keep wanting to call you Aria. I'm like, no. That's
I'm Jason.
Wrong show.
No, Viria. Are we teaming up against her?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Fuck yeah, allies. There we go. Does that give me sneak attack?
I'd say Viria was probably not in close range to her. Like, you weren't standing
Fair-
right by them.
You know what? Yeah, fair enough. I'm first to go. That would be silly. Okay.
But good for
and-
future, so keep it in mind.
Sorry, Rose. We are literally ganging up on you now.
I mean, she accepted.
And she could kill us.
But with that, Colt, anything else you're doing on your turn? Bonus action?
No. Oh yeah, I guess I have my bonus action. I will disengage.
Da-da-da.
Bonus action.
Amazing. All right. Rose, you are up.
Can I start things off by raging?
Absolutely, you can.
And then I attack.
The horses
I like
are
to think
perplexed.
Rose literally just, yeah.
18 against who?
I'm gonna go against Veery, like with a little circle.
Go for
That
it.
hits.
We know who you think the threat is.
Have you not been in
Oh,
combat
you're still
before?
a little bit scared.
18, so
Maybe.
21 points of damage. Viri?
Whoa.
Okay. 21.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Attack number 2.
We're all still level 12, right? Just
13.
making sure.
Yeah.
I
haven't
know,
leveled up
but
yet.
like we haven't leveled up yet.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I leveled up.
Oh, we're gonna get our asses handed to us.
Well then. Okay.
Oh, come on, Viri. Do what you do best.
If you want to just do the level up real quick, that'll get you your hit points, and then we can subtract this from that. It's,
I mean, we can roll hit points and take care of the rest of it afterwards, real
I
fast.
mean, it's just friendly sparring anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rose, attack
Whatever.
number 2.
Yeah.
What you doing? Are you hitting her again, Rose?
I mean, she might be lagging.
Oh,
Oh, okay, never mind.
I mean, yeah.
She is lagging,
I
but
was
just
lagging.
up here.
My brain was lagging.
Oh
Yes.
my god, that's 3 18s in a row.
Yeah. All right.
That
Roll
hits.
some damage. Hey! So now it's 22 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
All right.
And you've used your bonus action. You've got movement. Do you want to stay close by, or do you want to get some distance?
I'm good. I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right. Viri.
No scare of.
You're not scared, you say? All right, I'll summon my sword.
What you gonna do, Eldritch Blast?
I mean, do you want me to use magic?
No, you said no,
no,
magic.
we said no magic.
I know. I was trying to be nice, but you know.
I was taunting you. I was trying to taunt you.
Come on. The 15 hit.
No.
Okay, well, attack number 2. Does a 28 hit?
Barely.
All right. All right, all right. So that's 13 slashing damage and 5 necrotic damage because of Life Drinker.
13 divided by 2, so
So-
6.
6 plus 5 because you would take the full necrotic damage. And I mean, how
She's looking okay.
No, I that's not my question. How I mean, are you okay with me using my arm?
It's a physical
Well, I
weapon.
mean, it's attached to your body.
I cut it off and I whack her with it.
It serves me no purpose anymore. Fuck you.
I don't understand the question.
Yes,
You
and
said
I know
sparring, no magic.
Hexblade's curse isn't a spell, but it is kind of magical. Yeah, okay. Well, I go look over there, and while she's distracted, I'll just take a swipe with my arm.
Go for it.
I just need to find it. I roll my weapon attack anyway. 17.
Hits.
Cool. So that's going to be... So a 6 slashing damage and a 3 cold damage.
So
3 and
6
3.
total.
Yeah. Yep.
We can math.
So that was my bonus action.
Awesome. Any movement? Are you staying close or are you getting some distance?
I'm gonna stay close.
Okay. Back up to Cult. What you doing?
Colt's gonna dash in and for flavor, but it'll just be like a regular attack. He's going to. Oh, actually, yeah.
No.
Bored with all this fighting.
I cannot wait. One more day.
One more day. One more day. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, Colt's gonna dance in and hit with Mentor's hand.
Go for it. With advantage, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
I
let's
mean,
see.
let's assume we're flanking her
Yeah, baby.
because we don't have a battle map right now.
28.
Okay.
Oh, my damage on the first one is so much better. But
We should figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, that's just advantage, so.
No, I
First-
know, but it's like. I'll talk about it later. Remind me.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
So yeah, you tell me which one is the one you want.
Well, obviously, the 34.
Okay. So 5 and 12. So 17 points of bludgeoning damage against Rose.
And he's going to go in for another hit.
Go for it.
Short sword.
That'll miss.
That's also
Oh yeah, go ahead.
advantage.
Mhm.
Should be. Okay. 16 to hit.
Just hits.
Ooh la la. So that's 23.
Well, sneak attack is only once per turn, I think.
Oh right, once per turn.
So it's 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Yep.
Yes.
Awesome.
So how much damage do I take? I lost the math here.
Okay, let me do it again. So 17 was the first, and 5 afterwards. So 22 total.
Thank you.
You bet. All right.
Yeah. Just sorry, Jason. Just let me know when either Negheim or Albert would show up.
Sure. All right. So, Cult, that was a bonus action? Was the short sword correct? Okay. Any movements, or are you staying put?
No, Colt's gonna stay put now.
Okay. Next up, Rose.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm gonna reciprocate Halt's tender affections by hitting him. This is a 25.
Yeah. that'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
19 points of
Yep.
bludgeoning damage.
I would like to
Uncanny dodge.
uncanny dodge that.
Okay, so that will
Well,
be
that's
9
nice
points.
because here's a second one.
Oh, with a natural 1. So when you connect with Cult on the first swing, you kind of launch him a couple of inches off the ground, and as you kind of like, haha, come around, you're a bit too much into your rage that you whiff it, but at the same time, it's also due to Cult being like, and doubling over just as it goes over his head.
Nice.
That's good. I like that visual.
I
All
don't
right.
suppose 13 hits.
No.
No, it does not.
All right. And our,
You think I say so?
that's all good. Bonus action.
What can I do with my bonus action? Check. Sorry, I'm talking.
It's the rage.
Yeah.
I... No, everything else is magical.
Okay. And you're staying put, or are you moving?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna look at Cult and go, ah!
All right.
See if it works or has any impact.
Make an intimidation check and make a contested wisdom saving throw, I think? Sure. That sounds fun.
Works.
All right.
That's all right.
Okay, you just barely make it. Mostly because Rose is kind of like, over top of you, and you're still like between your knees a little bit.
I look up and I'm like, oh, I've seen you do that.
It's adorable. Next up, Viria. What are you doing?
While she's like trying to scream in Colt's face, can I try and trip her?
Go for it. Make a, what is it? Athletics? Strength?
I believe, well, to knock someone prone, it's a strength check,
Cool.
I think?
Go for it.
And she gets to pick between acrobatics or athletics. I
That's
think.
what it is.
Or
Okay.
is that just grappling? Anyway.
It's grapple, but I think it would work in the sense of this.
Mhm.
Because you can dex
So-
yourself out of being tripped.
So go for it.
Again, athletics for me?
Yeah, if you want.
19.
So beat a
on the strength
19.
check. Yeah.
And it's
Okay,
advantage,
never
so she
mind.
does.
How
So-
is that advantage?
So this is funny.
Wait,
So
why
as,
is
so as
No.
Rose is kind of like
Right.
looming over top of Cult, going like, and Cult's like, I'm having none of this. You think like, oh, I'm gonna kneecap her, and you go to swing, but Rose becomes pissed off that her intimidation didn't work, and she stomps her foot. But as she raises her leg to stomp her foot, your foot goes underneath, and you just kind of twirl a little bit, and she's. You're looking at each other like, what just happened?
Okay. Well, I do believe I only get an extra attack when I use my packed weapon. I think.
Okay.
Let me just check real fast. Yeah, you can attack with your packed weapon twice, so that was not a packed weapon attack, so I won't get an extra one. But I'm going to use my momentum and as a bonus action try and,
Rawr.
club her with my rawr.
Go for it. Make an
I
attack. roll.
love you and dinosaur.
I would like to love you with my little arm.
I would get advantage on that, correct? Because I'm flanking her.
Oh, sure.
I would have gotten it. Okay, it's fine. So that would be a 20 or a. Let's see if I crit. A dirty 20 as well.
Cool.
Two dirty
Goes the
20s.
dynamite.
Roll some damage.
Yeah. So that's one. And for the cold damage, there you go.
Cool. So 5 points of damage to Rose.
Cool.
All right. And you're staying put, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Okay. Rose, you are up.
Hello.
Hi.
Wait, isn't it the cults?
Nope. Yes, because I pushed too many buttons. So, Cult.
You always push my buttons, son. I don't know. Okie
Mommy?
dokie.
Sorry.
What?
22 will hit.
22 to hit. And is Virius still within range? Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
didn't leave. You didn't leave range. Okay, so that is math for me.
12.
Do the math. There you go. It's 12. Take that. I don't know. La 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 la. And second bonus action for second attack.
Cool, cool.
Uh,
That hits as well.
27 for 7 divided.
3.
3.
You bet. All right.
Goddamn barbarians.
Yeah. Movement, you're staying put or are you getting some distance?
No, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. Rose, now it's your turn.
Hold on.
Sure.
I do when it's I divide the piercing by 2 and then the sneak attack is full.
Yeah, so in
No.
total, you take 15 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
In total for the whole round?
Mhm.
Okay, 15, 1-5.
No, 50.
I don't know if you're joking or not.
No. Awesome. All right, so it is your turn, Rose.
Okay. Seeing that my friend Colt has gotten more confident in his Starring abilities. The boobies. I'm gonna attack him.
Oh, I thought you were gonna use your what was it?
Tantalizing titty
Pow-
torment.
Power word titties.
Power
Oh
word
my
titties.
Gosh, power word titties. Let's go.
I'm not gonna power word titties, my friend.
I mean, it would work.
I mean, she
I
can
know.
technically since she's raging. So
Also that.
All right.
I'm not.
So that hits. So that will be 15 points of damage to Colt. But you're gonna
Another one.
uncanny dodge. Hey.
I am gonna. Sorry, I was flirting with Xander. Yes, I'll uncanny dodge.
Okay. So I think that'll just be 9 points of damage then.
Thank you.
And the second attack doesn't hit, unfortunately. But you have a bonus action movement, whatever you'd like to do.
Can I reach out to Colt and try to tickle?
As a bonus action? Yeah, let's try sleight of hands.
Maybe everything is allowed in this, you know?
That's gonna be a no. Because your version in rage, I know you're a happy rage, but when you do and you're like, I'm gonna tickle you, and it's just like, ugh. It's unnerving.
Totally terrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
Horrifying.
So Colt just kind of like, you see Colt just like in like danger mode to be like, no, I'm gonna prance away just for a second because this is awkward.
Just gonna mince off this
Yeah.
way.
But yeah, movement, or are you staying put?
I'm staying put.
Okay, no worries. Don't die on me
And
yet.
I go.
All right.
Tickle.
There it is. And
No.
I, before we get to Viria's turn, this is such a weird kind of idea where it's just like 3 friends lined up, like paff, 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 paff. No one's moving. No one's taking anything. They're just slugging it out for no reason. That's awesome. Viria, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm seeing Rose go for the tickle attack, so I'm gonna do the same, but with a dragon.
Right on.
Turncoat against me.
No, Rose.
Okay.
I'm reverse card
Yeah.
thing for.
You bet. So sleight of hand, please.
All right, sleight of hand. Come on. Well, it's better than hers.
So,
I think you'd have advantage.
Would I?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Does flanking? Yeah, flanking gives you
Yeah.
advantage.
On
Do-
tickling, that's hardly better anyway.
Yeah. So this
It's
is
the
true to
second-
form. This is true to
Yeah.
form because Rose is kind of like, I'm gonna love you, and then here's Very like, I'll do the same. Why didn't this work? My plan was foolproof.
Colt
All
just
right.
like stands there. It's my turn now. After.
Wait, what was that? What was that? Was that a bonus action or an action?
I'd say. Well, I
But she
think
took
I
it
think
as
for
a bonus action, so
yeah. Let's say a bonus action. Why not?
okay. I'm like, does she just not feel anything when she's in this state? Oh, whatever, and I'll attack with my sword. 16, so that
Hits.
matches, I believe.
You bet.
Oops, okay.
Okay.
3 on the dice. And second attack.
Hits.
1v1. There we go.
Ooh. 3. Wait a minute. So 10 points of bludgeoning damage. There we go. All right. Next up, Cult. Sorry, I'm assuming you're staying put, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Colt's just gonna look at them trying to tickle each other. He goes, "Oh, come on now!" And drops his. And could I take a free action for flavor to just take off his fencing gloves?
Sure.
And
Okay.
he's gonna go for a. He's gonna go for a sweet tickle on Rose.
No, but this is a rogue, so the sleight of hand's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
That's 25 for
Gee.
tickle.
Well, you roll with advantage. Let's see if you get a natural 20 for tickle.
snap.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What's gonna happen if I get a nat 20?
Oh, Jesus.
25 again.
225s. Jeez Louise. All right, so I will say you successfully tickle. So Rose, you are in rage mode and you're manic laughing like ha 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 turns into like a stop just a little bit. So your next attacks will be a disadvantage.
Oh, and Cult's gonna be like, look over at Viri and he goes, this is how you do it, and he's gonna reach out and use his bonus action to.
That would have been your
Viri.
bonus action, but you can use your action to
What?
do this one.
Oh, I'll
That-
use my action to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And because this is unexpected, do I get advantage?
For what are we doing?
I
Or
think he's
tickle-
tickling me.
I'm tickling Viri
Oh!
now to show her how it's done.
I mean, that hits. So
I'll
Well,
say
if
no.
it's a hit.
It does hit, so you won't get advantage, but you still make it. Yeah.
So yeah, 20 to hit, and he's like, and he shows her, and he gets like, right like past the armor and like up into the armpit, and he's just.
Raider.
Amazing. All right.
And
So-
I'm gonna stay put. That's me.
For sure. Oh, Jesus.
Just like
The retaliation
squat.
now. All right, Rose, it is your turn. You're at disadvantage. You're kind of losing focus as to what the actual purpose of this fight is at this moment, but you're still in it to win it.
Actually, Rose is gonna just be like, "You got me," and stop raging.
For sure.
And be like, "You win. You win this round." And then hold her hand to Cult and be like,
I mean, yeah, Colt did kind of get better of the both of us. So,
So technically, I won the whole thing then.
but now's the time for revenge, and I grab his
Oh
hand
shit! I don't know what I expected.
and
Well, hold on. Rose, what was your
and so-
intention?
yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
"Oh, I was actually just like."
Were you
to
conceding
end
or
the
were
fight.
you trying? Oh, okay.
But since Viri did that, I'm gonna join her and sit on.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you were conceding, so it'll jump to Viri's, and then you can piggyback off of that. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
Viri, make the attack.
Yeah,
or,
I want to try and knock him to the ground so I can tickle him.
go for
Oh
it.
no!
So, I guess another like shove. So.
Yeah, strength. I think it
Yeah.
was.
And that will be versus. What am I rolling here on this?
I think it fails with the 13.
I don't know how shove works.
If it's
It's
a trip,
contest-
you do
Yeah.
strength or athletics, or acrobatics or athletics. Sorry. Contest.
Jason, so am I contesting this?
Sure, if you want.
I have a plus 13 to my acrobatics.
Oh,
So
a
even
yeah,
if I
crit fail
get a
is
nat
still a
one,
crit fail.
yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
as soon as you kind of Peter Pan your way out of the way of Viri there, in comes Rose, and because she was taking advantage of Viria's kind of play on this move, she gets advantage for whatever she's gonna do.
I have this image in my head. Like Viria just like lunges at Colt, and he just sort of like backflips away, and he's standing there, haha, and then Rose like a fucking train.
Like something out of Final Destination, just haha, I've lived. Bang. So Rose, what are you doing? You just
Nope,
muted
you
yourself.
muted, yeah.
I'm gonna reach for the two of them and tickle.
Go for it. If that's the
Coming
case,
forward.
then two separate ones.
Sleight of hand.
Yep.
We were gonna finish this, but no, we're back to tickles now.
Go for another one. Okay, so roll a d4 for me. You get cult. Or you go after cult. So cults. I don't know. Would your acrobatics thing have been a reaction, do you think? Or do you think this is a different thing?
No, I think she gets me.
Okay, fair enough.
She gets me.
You got it. So, you go in for a tickle, and your rage has subsided, but it's more so the giddiness of this whole event where the tickle plays came into effect here, where instead of just going for the straight up like tick, 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 you go in for like armpit lift on Cult. So his little legs are like that, and you just kind of stay with him up in the air, just kind of like right every so often, and every time he tries to struggle, you just right a little bit more. So he's just like, I want to so, and this is the scene that Albert swoops in on to see Cult incapacitated in Rose's arms, giggling like the little schoolgirl that he is inside, and Varia just being like prodding with one fingernail every so often, just in the deep crevice of the navel where it just tickles the back of the spine, and that's where we're going to pick it up next week.
I'm gonna be my pants.
Tickle.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the follows. All that great stuff.
I
Love
mean,
seeing you
I'm
guys
going
in the
to-
chat room.
I'm gonna take advantage of this and say that if you want more shenanigans, we have Discord where we can all hang out.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I'll post the link.
For sure.
Interested is free to join. We have a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Follow us on the Oddities D letter ND on Twitter as well.
Right up there. There we go.
And make
That's
sure
us.
to go support Pukin Pointed Piazza, another awesome D&D streaming channel. We love them. They're part of our friends.
Absolutely. And thank you all again. We will be here next week as well. Same time as usual. And until then, we always like to say at the end of our show,
Hey, CF6!
Eat your
the
condoms.
visuals do help.